though, as Jahmyr Gibbs is running, pushing for a first down and more. There's a flag on the play. I think we're live, Josh. I think we are live. A couple minutes late. I was getting the scoreboard set up and also doing laundry today. But I think we are live for Week 15. Is that Week 15 of the NFL season? Hopefully everyone can hear us. What up, people in the chat, as the Lions are already rolling here early in this football game. How you feeling, Josh?
Feeling good. Welcome in, everybody. Sorry we are a couple minutes late. Still getting the tech up, but as you can see, we have a scoreboard up for you, so you can see yard line and all of that good stuff here. And some other good news, my antenna is now working, so we have no more delays. We're now on the same time frame here, as that is a clear hold. I hope they called that as we were getting this set up. Mace, what up, Mace? As we have 1st and 14 from the Rams at 35. Lions driving down the field here pretty well. Goff pitches to Gibbs, who picks up about 2 on the play. It's still going to be second and long. A very important game that we have here today, Josh, for the NFC playoff picture. The Rams with a win get into the playoffs, guaranteed. And the Lions kind of fighting for their playoff lives throughout the rest of the season here.
And it's so crazy, right, to really sit and talk about the fact that the Lions are fighting for their playoff lives at 8-5. Now, of course, dropping to 8-6 would be huge for them, but it's a good team that's played pretty well, dealt with a lot of injuries on defense. So the Rams obviously trying to take care of business here against a pretty solid team that is going to be a desperate team as well. Looking good on offense here as Goff is dropping back to pass.
Yeah, that's going to be incomplete. Good defense there from the Rams. And something to note for the Rams, Kyren Williams ruled out today, last second. Still trying to get some more details on that. What do you think about that, Josh?
Say it one more time. On details on what?
Kyren Williams was actually ruled out today.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. You know, he hasn't been playing super well since returning from his injury earlier in the year. The Rams have had some other cornerbacks that
Kyren Williams was actually ruled out for today.
Yeah. I'm saying that he's been he hasn't been playing great since before, since he came back from his injury. So we'll see if the other guys can step up and kind of catch that fire they had earlier in the year as Goff drops back to pass here, finds Amon-Ra St. Brown at about the 25-yard line. But can the other corners step up? That's the question. Can your other defensive backs continue to step up and play well like they did earlier in this season? I mean, that's huge for the Rams and this Rams defense. The Rams defense, let's be honest, has not been as dominant as we kind of hoped overall, I think, as a fan base. Now, look, they played well, and I will say run defense in the red zone has also been really good. But, we expected them, especially in the pass rushing side of things, to be a little bit better. Maybe the defensive backs not playing as well is a part of that. So one of those situations here, as you want to call this field goal attempt here from Jesse Bates.
Field goal is no good. He missed the field goal indoors, sunny weather. We've seen games played in snow and rain all throughout the early window. And here in sunny SoCal, you miss a pretty chip shot field goal. Good snap, clean hole, just hooked it wide left. Gonna stay 0-0. Bit of a crazy start here as we got some people in chat.
Shooting apples.
Manuel saying, what's up, Ramley? Let's go, Rams. Let's go, Ramley. I agree, Manuel.
Fireball blazing.
St. Louis Rams fan saying, let's finish the playoffs today with the dub.
It's not looking good.
I agree.
You know what? We
Floyd
should call
saying,
your
let's
dad.
hope
Where's your
that's a
dad?
sign. Yeah, maybe the Lions don't come ready to play today, but
are you really his
as
father?
you all know, it's like a weekly tradition. I have Jahmyr Gibbs on my fantasy team. I'm sorry. It's the fantasy playoffs. I need it. Kyle Pitts, guess what?
Okay,
on my bench.
It really does seem like every single week you are playing a fantasy player that is playing against the Rams, but you should be played against Kyle Pitts this week?
No, I had Pitts on my bench.
Oh, well, I mean, look, my brother was who today, like, for example, he has Trevor Lawrence on his roster. He's like, oh, my God, Trevor Lawrence dropped 50 points. And I was like, were you really going to start Trevor Lawrence in a playoff fantasy football game? I mean, sometimes you can't really predict when these guys are going to explode, and that's why it's frustrating. I'm out of my main league 10-3 team, just failed, and it failed me really at the end there, and obviously because they didn't perform. They just didn't perform when it mattered most. So fantasy, a bit of luck involved, but so far going into this Rams game, look, that defense was bend, don't break. Ended up missing the field goal for the Lions. So good start so far for the Rams. A little bit, I guess you can say, lucky start. Don't want to say it's lucky, but obviously lucky they missed that field goal. So we'll see if the Rams can respond on offense. That's where they've been golden here so far this season. We'll wait and see on what this drive looks like for the Rams offense.
And something to note, too, is that the Lions are without both starting safeties. Brian Branch towards Achilles last game, and Kirby Joseph's been out with a knee problem for the last few, still not back. So the Lions will be playing two backup safeties, Avonte Maddox and Thomas Harper, going to be the two main safeties, getting some play time throughout this game. So the Rams should look to push the ball a little more with two backup safeties in this game here.
Yeah, and like you said, it actually was huge for the Rams because those safeties for the Lions defense have been instrumental in how good this defense has been. I mean, some really good players in both Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch being out. So the Rams, obviously, a little bit of an advantage there. Of course, you never root for injuries, but you do take note of that. And then, St. Louis Rams fan just throwing out there, how about Kansas City being eliminated from playoffs? And a lot of Chiefs haters are upset. Is Stafford under center here?
Stafford hands off. Kyren gets the carry. Pick up about 6 on first down and tackle mid there by one of the healthy corners for the Lions, DJ Reed. Going to be key in this one. Looking at Stafford's stats, leading the league in touchdowns and passer rating here, according to Fox. 2nd to 4. Stafford on the dropback looks to throw. Got Davante Adams wide open for a gain of around 20. First down.
Yeah, simple little out route looks like on top.
Davante nice working on
stutter step at the top of his route. Great route from Davante Adams to beat the corner outside, headed to the sideline. Look, good to see him getting involved early. That's what you want to see. You never want to see Adams and not really as involved early in this game, moving down the field.
You're correct about that. 1st and 10 in Lions territory. Stafford to Kyren. Kyren picks up about 5 or 6 there. Once again, easy start here for the Rams. Driving early, getting that decent field position from the missed field goal.
And I said this in my video yesterday, actually, in terms of this football game, right? You're going to have to wait and see. It's going to be a close game, I anticipate, right? Two really good offenses. Yes. You hope your defense can step up like they just did in this last drive. But I think the offense is going to be really good, and I think the kicking game is going to come down to it for this one. So I said 34-31 for my score prediction as Stafford fakes the handoff.
Drops back. Goes for Adams again, who jumps up and gets that one. A gain of around 20 more. My score pick was 27-24. Rams taking the victory here.
What a catch from Davante Adams. Again, why you have him. Just a simple stutter step out route again. Similar, exact same play he just caught a 20-yard pass on previously, but this time jumps up and shows why he is the 1A, 1B to Puka Nacua here for this Rams offense. Incredible jump up and catch. You see the coaching staff even on the sideline jumping up, getting excited for that one.
They are 2 catches, 35 yards for Adams. 1st and 10 in the red zone already for the Rams at the Lions 20. Stafford hands it off again. Williams not going to get anything. Aiden Hutchinson, of course, there on the stop, the star of the Lions defense.
Yeah, we see, and going back and forth with Adams and Puka, that 1A, 1B combo, you see how deadly it is for defense. It's just so hard for them to cover, right? And that those 2 catches we just saw from Davante Adams, 2 different corners trying to slow him down. You can't really do it, and Puka Nacua hasn't even been involved just yet. So it's very interesting to see how complex his offense can really be every single week in, week out.
It can be. McVay looking good so far, play calling wise. 2nd and 10. Stafford takes snap. Hutchinson intercepts Matthew Stafford. And Aiden Hutchinson getting chased by Kyren. Now Colby Parkinson. Can he get there? He can. Going to be down at about the 15. Lions going to start in the red zone. Aiden Hutchinson with an amazing heads-up play there.
Yeah, just a great read from Aiden Hutchinson. Obviously a great edge rusher, but Matthew Stafford, veteran quarterback, you have to know you can't just lob this ball so softly on a little running back screen. I mean, great defensive play, yes. I honestly just don't like these little screen passes ever, really. But, I mean, just a heads-up play, like you said, Josh, from Hutchinson. But, I mean, he's a 6'5" edge rusher. barely right in front of Matthew Stafford's face. I mean, he just threw it right to his hands. Not a great play from your quarterback there. And obviously, an interesting play call. I hate the tight end screens, man. I really do hate them. And it just kind of bites you right there.
Wait, we got a donation. Sorry to interrupt you, from Mace for $20. Keep doing what you're doing, fellas. Thank you, Mace. We appreciate that very much. And the Lions touchdown on Amon-Ra St. Brown. Easy for the Lions, right to the back of the end zone. They take a 6-0 lead.
So you see the drop back from Stafford. You see the pick, nearly a pick six. And then this Lions offense, such an easy play action touchdown to one of the best receivers in the NFL, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Kobe Durant in coverage, but just so easy. I mean, not even close on that one. Mace Winju, really appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing, fellas. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys like the new scoreboard setup, by the way. We'll see how fast it updates here as the Lions unfortunately just scored a touchdown. This Rams defense needs to step up, right? Manuel saying defense here. Of course, that was a difficult, quick change of pace, right? Obviously, the sudden change of possession for the defense, but at the same time, you want to see them not give up easy touchdowns like that. And the previous drive, though, that Lions offense also drove down the field, so it's going to be a battle. This is not going to be an easy game. And again, this Lions team needs to win this football game, and they want to win to obviously give themselves hope for the playoffs. So Rams got to come ready to play. That lazy pass from Stafford, not ideal, and then the defense not even close to slowing down the offense on just a one-play touchdown after the pick. Not ideal, not what you want to see.
When our numbers guys out,
No,
deals on the most
not at
affordable
all.
German-engineered car brand get
not
even
at all
better.
there. Just not anything.
The deals are in. Well,
You want
Frank is
the
out.
Rams to start
Get
this game.
0.9%
Obviously, it's a great
APR
play
financing or a
from Aiden
$3,000
Hutchinson,
customer
but
bonus on a
you
new
can't throw that
2026
ball
Atlas.
double covered. As someone said in chat, Floyd said it, that you can't throw that double covered. No reasons for that whatsoever. Obviously, Aiden Hutchinson, one of the best players in the NFL, so you can't be too mad there, but just not ideal
And I think
whatsoever.
I think really on that play, what's interesting is I think the whole time Kobe Parkinson is obviously supposed to just chip block real quick Hutchinson and then turn around for a pass, but he almost held onto that block a little bit longer than you want to see out of someone who's trying to run a screen pass. Like Stafford staring him down the whole time, like, please stop blocking Hutchinson so I can go ahead and throw this football to you. And then, I think Hutchinson read that. I think it was very easy to read because, like I said, I think Kobe Parkinson held onto that block a little bit longer than you want, the timing a little bit thrown off. Again, I want my quarterback to just not throw the football to a 6'5" edge rusher right in front of you. But again, maybe just a great play from a great player on defense for Hutchinson, and we'll see if the Rams come back and respond. We did see this a couple weeks ago. Don't forget, Stafford versus the Panthers threw an early pick, and it kind of seemed to rattle him a bit. So hopefully he can come back and kind of wake up from that interception on that last drive.
Yeah, you do for sure, Manuel. Saying I like the new scoreboard. Thank you, Manuel. We appreciate it. We're gonna have an even better one coming soon, so stay tuned for that as well.
100%. Yeah, this is just a ESPN scoreboard that obviously is pretty cool to have throughout the game, but we're gonna definitely make sure we adjust that in the future and have an even cooler one, like Josh said.
Yeah, we got some big things coming here throughout this month of December. Floyd saying Carlos, I think, works on Sundays. He usually doesn't show up until halftime or after. I don't know. Maybe so. But if you don't want Carlos to show up, you should subscribe to the channel right now and like the stream.
Definitely should like the stream, guys, if you haven't already. It's going to be a fun game. But you know what? We don't have too many concurrent viewers right now. And you know why? I think a lot of people are tuned into that Indianapolis Colts game. I definitely got to check in on that every now and then as Phillip Rivers, after 5 years of retirement, is playing football. They said over, I forget how many days, obviously over, 1,000 days since he's played football. I mean, I cannot believe that Phillip Rivers is starting a football game today. It's
I can't either.
Insane.
I can't either. Yeah, it's definitely interesting that they even brought him back. I think it's a bit reckless that the Colts brought him in over guys who were on practice squads. Like, you couldn't sign someone who's at least played football in the last year, but all because he knows the system of Shane Steichen.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. I mean, I would have called Andrew Luck first, I think.
I don't know about that. And that was almost intercepted again to Davis Allen, an incomplete pass.
You don't think Andrew
Gonna
Luck?
be
I mean,
second
Andrew
down
Luck.
and 10.
Younger at least.
That's true. As we look at this replay here from this pass, that was a great breakup there by one of your backup safeties, Avonte Maddox, making a nice play there. Still second and 10, though, halfway through pretty much the first quarter.
I mean, Monte Maddox, by the way, is not a bad safety. He's played a long time in the NFL. He's had some moments throughout his career, so don't expect that to be an easy route for the Rams here. Stafford in the shotgun, no one in the backfield except Corum moves into the backfield with him.
Second and 10, Stafford throwing, finds Puka, staying on his feet. Going to be close to a first down. We'll see what they give him.
Wish he could be a little more careful there with the twist around. Puka twisting his own knee there, kind of scaring me a little bit for sure. So definitely want to be careful there. But he does try to fight for the first down. By the way, I said Stafford. I forgot it was a first interception from something. I don't know if you read that on the bottom. Normally Josh G's ahead, but now both are behind. Interesting. Maybe it's the lag on the stream because we're both spot on with each other actually today, man.
Yeah, I think it's just the stream is going to be a bit behind.
Yeah, naturally.
Stafford, they got a first down, gives it to Corum for the first time in the game. Corum picks up about 4 there. Nice to see Blake Corum out there early on as well.
100%. We talked about the 1A, 1B situation outside with the receivers, but Corum and Kyren, obviously that 1A, 1B in the backfield, you love to see it. I still want to see them continue to mix them up a little bit, not go Corum drive, Kyren drive back to back, but looks like a Corum drive here as Corum is still on the field currently. Since week six, by the way, the Rams offense 10th in rushing. So I don't know if that's an improvement, but they've been pretty solid.
Stafford throwing a deeper one, incomplete, but there was a flag. So we'll see if there's a PI here looking for Terrence Ferguson early, which I also like to see.
As I just tuned
Floyd
to
saying
CBS
Phillip
here.
Rivers' arm might be really fresh. During the next commercial break, I'm going to take a look at the box score there.
I just tuned to CBS for a second. Michael Pittman just had a catch, so at least one completion so far. But 5 first downs for the Colts. Man, Phillip Rivers looks a little bit on the bigger side for sure in the backfield. Handing off to Jonathan Taylor here. Or maybe their backup running back, actually, Abdullah, for a nice gain.
First and 10, though, for the Rams. Let's see. It can't tell what they actually called here. It's first and 10, though. So I think the Rams did get a penalty in their favor. No one in the backfield. Stafford, the rush. Puka drops it.
My goodness.
In case this is a fumble, he tries to get on it, but the refs do call it incomplete.
Puka
That
Nacua.
should have been caught. That is a first down 99% of the time.
I mean, first down and more for Puka. He's there. He's ahead. He catches the ball. I mean, he's up and running. I think he might have taken his eyes off the football to see if he can make a move and cut up field for a huge gain. Doesn't make it happen. Drops the football instead. Frustrated with himself is Puka Nacua. By the way, anyone score watching Seahawks Colts, it is 0-0 as of now. We'll definitely check out some stats at the next commercial break.
Yes, second and 10 from the 49. Stafford with Corum in the backfield. Throws it again and gets to Terrence Ferguson and picks up about 5. Going to be third down and 5 here.
Yeah, nice catch from the rookie. You like to see him get more involved as the season is going on. We've seen him make some incredible catches throughout this year so far. Obviously, the Rams have a handful of tight ends they love to continue to throw the football to as well. But Ferguson staying on here in the slot for you. Maybe a nice little seam route would be nice for him.
It would. I think this could be third and Ferg. Third and 4. Stafford, empty backfield, has some time, gets hit. And that's going to be well short of Devontae Adams, incomplete. Let's see if they go for it. Looks like the punt unit is going to be coming out.
An incredibly dangerous throw, by the way, from Stafford. That ball floated up in the air. I mean, not his fault. He's hit as he throws, but that ball was floating in the air for quite a bit of time. Lucky no one was able to find themselves under that football and catch an interception. By the way, Stafford didn't really seem to question it. Immediately ran off field. But now the offense said, never mind, we're going to come out there and we're going to run a play here. 4th and 4. Ball's at about the 45-yard line in Lions territory.
They got trips to the right. Now Corum gets back in the backfield. And there's going to be a flag. I think they were either trying to draw him off sides or the Rams had a miscommunication with Stafford. So we'll see. If this is a penalty on the Rams, they're probably going to punt. Nope, the Rams called a timeout.
I honestly would have loved to see them go for it here. 4th and 4, you're down by 7. This is going to be an offensive football game. I don't know if you can really fully rely on this offense 100%.
Chris?
I mean, defense, I'm sorry, 100% to completely stop the Lions time and time again. So I would like to go for it here. But
I didn't know Buffalo's had wings.
What do you think, Josh?
You can never be too prepared for game day. All right?
They are still out there for now. I think it is worth it to go for it. It's early in the game. 7-point game. Let's see. We got the Lions. They're ready to. Special teams unit from the Lions ready to come out. So far, the Rams are still on the field. They're in the huddle, so it looks like they will be going for this.
Like I said, it's just too much of an offensive juggernaut in Detroit to completely rely on your offense. As we have the commercials are going through. Actually, Josh, you can check your ESPN after this play. Make sure that you're muted.
Stafford, Puka makes up for it. First down, sneaks between Anzalone and DJ Reed to pick it up.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to check your ESPN, Josh. Make sure it's muted because it was coming on the stream right now. I heard some commercials in the background, but I'll double check mine as well. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm muted. I'm all good.
Puka with a great catch there. Slides in between a couple of defenders. I mean, usually it's 3rd and Puka, but 4th down and 4. Why not go to Puka Nacua instead as well? And they do that. 5:02 to go here. Clock ticking down under 5 minutes.
1st and 10. Handoff again is to Corum. Picks up about 3. Jack Campbell in on the tackle. This is a Corum drive, like you said earlier, Josh. They're not really going to Kyren here whatsoever.
They really aren't here, and like I said, it's kind of an interesting when they do that, in my opinion. Fine, sure, I don't mind. I just think it's better when they mix it up a little bit.
Stafford fakes the handoff. Blockers picked up. Going deep. Oh, he had Ferguson. Ferguson tripped a little bit on his route. It looked like he had him. That would have been a touchdown, but he overthrows him. Going to be 3rd down and 8.
Terrence Ferguson wide open down the field. 100% is a wide open touchdown. Just a great way to sneak him in there. Fakes out, goes down. I mean, no one really in the lap of Stafford. I mean, he just completely missed the pass. There was definitely bodies flying around Stafford. Don't get me wrong, but that seemed like something that should have been an easy completion for your MVP candidate quarterback for the tight end there for an easy walk-in touchdown. They miss it. 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8. Stafford sends Corum a little bit. Barely get the playoff. Hutchinson has some pressure. That was nearly picked again, trying to find Tutu Atwell, who was just activated for this game. Robertson in there on the coverage. Bad read there again, in my opinion, from Stafford. Tutu Atwell pretty well covered, so we'll see if the Rams decide to kick this field goal. Going to be about a 50-yarder if they go for this field goal here. On 4th and 8, I do think you have to kick.
I do think you have to kick here, but Stafford's still in there calling a snap here in the huddle, so we'll see if the Rams actually go for it on 4th and 8. If they do, it shows how worried they are about this Detroit Lions offense, by the way.
It does. It does. Stafford, empty backfield.
Ball snapped.
Some pressure. Stafford going. Nacua again on 4th and 8 picks it up. Back-to-back 4th down conversions for the Rams and Puka. 1st down.
Puka Nacua with a big boy catch there. Physical catch. I mean, 3rd and Nacua, like I said. 4th and Nacua, why not? The defender all over the football, hand on it, trying to rip it out as Puka's barely trying to catch the ball, yet he still rips it away from the defender, flexes on him afterwards. Incredible catch from your number 1 receiver, Puka Nacua. Just feed him all day. What a catch.
That was a great play. 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line of the Lions. Stafford fakes the handoff. Some pressure. Parkinson is wide open. He's going to get the 1st down and more down inside the 5. 1st and goal, LA.
Yep, first and goal indeed. Parkinson catches it. A lot of green grass ahead of him. That's what the beauty of having all these tight ends is, right? They never know. The defense never knows who's going to be out there to catch the ball, who's out there to block. They have Allen out there. They have Parkinson out there. They have Ferguson out there, the rookie. Yet Parkinson, the one who get it, stiff arms the defender a little bit, nearly gets into the end zone. Just a couple yards short there. So great play, great catch and run from your tight end, Parkinson.
That was a big play. 24-yard gain. He's on a streak, TD says. Yes, Parkinson does have a touchdown in each of the last few games. First and goal from the 4. There's a stoppage in play here. Let's see. Looks like the Lions are taking a timeout. Dan Campbell talking to the officials.
Yeah, Dan Campbell he looks upset about something. I might have seen him put something in his back pocket, so I'm curious if he's asking if he can challenge something here. Maybe the spot of the football, not 100% sure. But when we're talking about the Rams, right, and what they do in the red zone, a lot of touchdowns to Devontae Adams. So you're going to look for 17 here on there, about within the 5-yard line. Going to be first and goal coming out here. So we'll see if the Rams can tie this football game. Officials about to make an announcement here. CB says Stafford off from physicality. So maybe the Lions defense being a little too physical. Manuel says run the football. Again, like to see a mix of Kyren and Corum. It seems like a Corum drive, so it would be Corum touching the football on this one. Rams Don says big park with a nice stiff arm. Yeah, it wasn't really too, what's the word? It wasn't executed perfectly. He kind of missed the defender a little bit, but enough to give him a few extra yards there.
Yes, it was. Still going to stay first in goal since we are on mute. Dean Blandino, the rules analyst for Fox, is talking. So if anyone is not on mute and also has us in the background, you can put in chat kind of exactly what they're going over. Because sometimes on mute, it's a little difficult to fully see since there was no flag thrown on the play. First and goal, though, from the 4. The ball does back up a little bit. Hands off to Kyren. Touchdown. Walks right in. 7-6 LA. Kyren doing a little bit of a John Cena celebration, who just ended his amazing WWE career last night.
Yeah, 100% touchdown from Kyren. I just said Corum was really eating up all the touches on that drive, yet they throw Kyren Williams in there for the red zone touch, first and goal. Great blocking, and the Rams have been doing this kind of just interesting. Puka Nacua in the backfield, looking like he's going to block out there. Obviously a distraction, a bit of a decoy. We'll see if the kicking game can stay consistent here. Harrison Mevis, the thicker kicker. The kick is up. The kick is
and
good.
Right down
the
middle.
Point is in there. 7-7. 2:44 to go in the first quarter. By the way, labeled as the game of the week here, Detroit versus LA. Huge game for the Rams. Huge score, huge touchdown. Everything looking up right now for the Rams here after that drive.
Yes, it is. We're going to look at the Colts Seahawks 3-3. 50 seconds left in the first. How's Rivers doing?
Josh, you have the scoreboard up on your end at all? The ESPN scoreboard? I just exited it, and I still heard some kind of celebration or something. So if you have the ESPN scoreboard, maybe you want to exit it. I actually was able to exit it and still live for us on the stream, which is perfect. But I just want to let you know, on the touchdown call, I heard the ESPN. It was like a touchdown celebration or something. I'm pretty sure the stream can hear it. You guys let me know if I'm crazy.
Mine's on mute. Everything's on mute for me.
Yeah, but
Did you hear any noise, chat?
I would just exit the scoreboard and we'll do the stats at halftime because I could hear it on the stream when I listened to it after.
I'll lower my TV volume by a little more
I don't
too.
think that's what it is. I don't think it's what it is.
Just to be safe. Andres, welcome chat. Welcome in chat. Phillip Rivers 3 for 8 for 31 yards. Nothing crazy. Honestly, as long as Phillip Rivers doesn't get seriously injured, I consider it a win.
Yeah, honestly, 100%. I'm actually going to change the channel here as we're in commercial break here to see if I can catch a nice Phillip Rivers throw. Look, it's a 3-3 football game. And by the way, this is why it's interesting for us as Rams fans to keep an eye on this football game, because obviously if the Rams win the football game, that's huge for them in terms of improving their chances and odds of winning the number 1 seed overall in the NFC. But if the Seahawks lose this football game versus the Colts, by the way, decent Colts defense, and Phillip Rivers, at his best, is a pretty good quarterback. So if he can have some resemblance of what he was in his heyday, you're looking at a team that might not be an easy win 100% for the Seahawks. So if the Seahawks can lose and the Rams can win, it's huge overall. It says completion here under 10 air yards. It's 3 for 4 for Phillip Rivers when he has to go down the field over 10 air yards. a little bit worse. 0 for 4 for him on the day. Phillip Rivers hands off here to Jonathan Taylor for a gain of a couple yards. But, yeah, we're going to keep an eye on this score for sure as the game goes on.
Yes. And the Rams do play the Seahawks this coming Thursday. That is our next stream. Thursday night football game next week for the Seahawks. This one is coming back as during halftime. We'll get you updated on all the other scores throughout the early window as well. Rams had a very impressive drive there, converting 2 fourth downs, and now you give the ball back to the Lions, who had a good first drive, but missed their field goal. Obviously, second drive, shorter field, not really, a fair shot for the defense. So the first time, the Lions were moving pretty well until they missed that field goal. So what do you think the Rams need to do differently defensively here on this really second full drive for the Lions?
Well, continue to hone in on the run game. It hasn't really been gashing you too much yet so far early in this game. I mean, again, the Lions haven't had the football too long yet, but continue to make sure you hone in on the run game. You don't want to see Jahmyr Gibbs or David Montgomery popping off. Again, a nice duo for Detroit that you have to look out for in the run game. And then, really, to me, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, you have safety help on Jameson Williams consistently because he's a pretty fast receiver. But aside from his speed, I want to see you slow down Amon-Ra because Amon-Ra is that number one threat for me on this Detroit Lions offense in terms of the receiving game, of course.
By the way, Amon-Ra, modern-day high school graduate from the SoCal area. Jared Goff under pressure, and he's going to throw it away. Good catch by Jordan Whittington on the sideline there, but not going to matter. So,
you also want to see this pass rush, right? That's been an issue for this Rams team, right? It's like a lot of times we're watching these games, and the other opposing quarterback has so much time in the pocket to sit and read the field, and good quarterbacks, you give them too much time, it's really just going to be too easy for good quarterbacks. And Jared Goff, we know him really well. He's a pretty good quarterback, especially when you give him time. Jahmyr Gibbs, by the way, looks really sad to be on the sideline back-to-back plays here.
Good for the Rams, but not good for my fantasy team. Is Jared Goff 2nd and 10. Hands it off, going to David Montgomery. The Knuckles part of the duo, they call themselves Sonic and Knuckles. Gets about 1 or 2 there, going to be 3rd down and long.
Great
Floyd
stuff.
saying we're lacking a pass rush so far.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's early on, though. I mean, first down, they got to him. Which, if the Rams can get to Goff is similar to Darnold in that way, where if you can get to him, you kind of mess up their timing and rhythm quite a bit.
Yeah. 100% what you want to see there. Andres, I'll answer you about my birthday in just a couple minutes here. We'll see if the Rams can force a punt first.
3rd and 8.
Pass rush. Want to see it here on 3rd and long.
Yes. The 37-yard line. Emmanuel Forbes with a blitz got a hand up, but Jameson Williams was open downfield for a gain of over 20. First down Lions. Emmanuel Forbes came in on a cornerback blitz and got a hand in the face of Goff, but it did not matter as Darius Williams got absolutely torched by J-Mo. The Williams on Williams battle, Jameson coming out on top there.
Bit of a zone coverage breakdown there, of course, as well as Nate Lammon's expected to drop back and cover a guy like Jameson Williams. Not going to be your best case scenario, but Emmanuel Forbes, skinniest guy on your defense, going to be your blitzer. Don't like that play call at all.
He got there. He got a hand up, but it didn't matter. St. Louis Rams fan, are we going to see a raid by Tom Grossi today? Hopefully. I mean, we don't control that, obviously, but if we do, obviously it's welcomed.
By the way, Josh,
if any of you want to go into Tom's stream, send him the link. Fair enough.
I want you to send me if you get any clips of that, of him saying something or shouting us out or something, because I went back. I was trying to watch. I didn't want to watch his entire stream back to find it. So if you do,
found the one from when I found it when it was just me. I should have screen recorded it. But yes, if someone does find a clip and it happens this week. I don't know how you can put it in the comments. If you could put like a video file in the comments of a video, but if you can, and the Lions on that one, 2nd and 5, get close to a first down. I believe it's still Montgomery. Yes, it is still Montgomery moving the ball. Jahmyr Gibbs on the sideline pretty much this entire drive here as we end off the first quarter. Lions most likely will not run another play. 3rd down and 1 here. Definitely interesting to see Gibbs on the sidelines. I didn't see anything that he got injured on, so weird little drive here for Detroit without Gibbs. As the first quarter is going to end with the Lions not snapping the ball as we predicted. 7-7 game here. End of the first quarter. High stakes game. Close one just like we predicted.
The breakaways here.
I
CB
100%
saying
agree with you,
McVay
by the
was
way,
mad
Josh.
when Stafford
Stanley
threw the
Cup?
interception. His
Yeah,
tablet
you guessed
hit his
it.
tablet and
It's
cursed.
here
Here,
on
not enough pressure
ESPN.
on Goff. Get in there yet? Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to be mad when you throw an interception like that. Part of it was good play from Hutchinson, but part of it, obviously, not much. But I think it's time for you, Josh, to answer Andres. What were you
Yes.
doing for your birthday?
100%. You know what I'm thinking the audio is, Josh, by the way, real quick, just so I can tell you on that. I think it's the scoreboard. I think it's just having random audio clips throughout the game if we score or something. CTD says there's the sound again. I think it's not something we can control necessarily. I'll see if I can mute it on my end. But while I'm trying to figure that out, Andres, for my birthday, this was one of the first birthdays in a while, Josh, that I actually enjoyed a little bit more over a couple days. Like, I was able to hang out with different friend groups. I went to, what I do, a Laker game on Wednesday. That was a good one. Lakers got killed by the San Antonio Spurs, but it was fun to watch. LeBron, by the way, with that nasty poster. Don't know if you saw that.
Oh, yeah, that was a great one.
I was in the building for that, so that was pretty cool to see. And then the next day, dinner with the family. Nothing crazy there. Friday night, trying to think back to what I did. A pretty busy weekend. Might have been, I forgot what I did Friday night. Actually, no. Friday was the day. Friday was the big, I went to lunch at a nice local restaurant with a group of coworkers. Actually, no, I'm sorry, dinner. I'm mixing up my days. Went to dinner with Korean barbecue. Great.
Ooh, that's good.
Great place to go for your birthday. And then went out for a karaoke place with a bunch of friends, like 14 friends. Karaoke, singing, screaming. Yeah, I'm a karaoke guy for sure. You sing karaoke?
What song are you going with for karaoke?
I sing a bunch of different songs for sure. But one song that I think I sing pretty good is Angel by Shaggy and Rayvon. Shawty, you're my angel. You're my darling angel. Good song. Classic. Obviously, when he goes it's a Jamaican accent, I try to have fun and do that part too, so that's pretty fun. But overall, definitely had some fun.
You cut out a little bit. Wait, what song did he say?
Angel by Shaggy and Rayvon. No?
Not gonna lie, the only Shaggy song I've ever heard is It Wasn't Me.
I promise you know this song. I promise you know the song if you hear it. As my alarm's going off in the background. But either way, it was fun time. Andres, it sounds dope. Did it right. Yeah, no, multiple days, different friend groups, family got involved, got some gifts here and there. It was all a good time overall the whole weekend. But I'm most happiest to end the birthday weekend with you guys here. Not happy to see David Montgomery popping off for a first down there, but definitely happy to be
not at all. Pretty easy.
My Sunday with all of you
down.
guys. TD, I think the sound is going to be on for a bit. I'm going to try to see if I can fix it now, or maybe at halftime I have to fix the audio. It's basically the scoreboard. The new scoreboard is making sounds when we score, the quarter ends, things like that, it looks like. I'll see if I can fix it.
That is definitely interesting there. Still no Gibbs in this one. Next commercial break, I'm going to check to see if there's an injury that we
By the way, Gibbs
missed.
isn't happy about that, but I think this is one of those situations. Gibbs on the field right now. I think it's a Montgomery drive / Gibbs drive. Like they do that just like the Rams do at times as well.
Goff to St. Brown. Spates with a great open field tackle limits the gain to 2. Spates playing with a huge brace there on his ankle. He's been dealing with that ankle injury for a few weeks now. As we have a game break, Christian McCaffrey, of course, scores on the Titans 14-3. Niners-Titans. We're not really going to score watch that game because we kind of know how that one's going to go.
No,
sorry,
but I said this in my video yesterday as well, right? The reason why this Rams game is so big is because the Niners don't believe they're out, right, of NFC West #1. So you got to keep winning, because if they keep winning and you lose some games, all of a sudden they're also in the mix as well.
Yes, they are. Montgomery gets another carry, gets a first down, going to be 1st and goal from the 8 now for the Lions. Not what you want to see. David Montgomery just running right through the Rams' Dan Campbell, who took over play calling duties a few games ago, and the offense has looked a lot better since he's done that. 1st and goal here for the Lions. Lions have 41 rushing yards to the Rams at 24 so far. Goff fakes the handoff, some pressure. Bad throw to St. Brown, incomplete. Going to be 2nd down and goal.
Yeah, Darius Williams in coverage there. If it was a little more of an accurate pass, I think Amon-Ra St. Brown's a good enough receiver to make that catch. But either way, Darius Williams is enough. to help make that an incomplete pass. Jared Goff, like you said, though, a little bit of an overthrow there on this one. Goff having a really good game. I mean, again, within the 10-yard line here for this Lions offense, they are going to put up points. Rams have to continue to match, and this defense is going to have to step up at some point in this football game and make a stop.
Yeah, they are. Montgomery gets the carry. Not going to get much. Going to gain about 2. Good team defense there from the Rams. Going to be 3rd and goal. Would not be surprised if the Lions go for it on 4th down if they don't get it. Cam Kitchens in on the tackle. A CB in chat saying Cali QB is out today. Goff of Cal, Darnold of USC. Yeah, that is true. Darnold as well from Dana Point, California. SoCal native as well. Don't know exactly if Goff is from that area, but
in Inglewood.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of SoCal in the building today in Inglewood.
Yes. I'm on Ross St. Brown as well. Goff on 3rd and goal. There's pressure. Hit as he throws. Incomplete to St. Brown. Going to be 4th down and goal from the 6. Let's see if the Lions go for it.
Can we get a flag?
Rams Don St. Brown a Trojan. Yes, he is.
Can we get a flag on the hold on Byron Young? I mean, it looks like the offensive lineman completely grabbed his shoulder pad. That was ridiculous in my mind.
I didn't actually see that. One of the Lions are going to kick here, but we know Dan Campbell be prepared for a fake. I am really anticipating a fake here. 24-yard attempt. Bates already 0 for 1, but this one another chip shot. Bates. And that's going to be down the middle. 10-7 Lions, but good job by the Rams defense forcing a field goal there. Needed that one.
Yeah, definitely needed to hold them. And again, like everyone says in the chat every single time, right? Bend, don't break is the mentality today, and especially in an offense versus an offense like this. Okay, you're able to get them. They keep again getting into the red zone against you, so this defense not slowing them down too much, but able to hold up once they get within the red zone.
All hail Spamalot, the Tony Award-winning best musical comedy that will have you laughing your coconuts off. The Washington Post declares Monty Python's Spamalot is the funniest musical on Broadway. Entertainment Weekly calls it a hilarious fun fest. The Washington Post says it's unfair to laugh this much. Get your tickets now for the musical comedy event of the year, Spamalot, playing the Hollywood Pantages Theater, March 24th through April 12th. Visit Broadway and
7-7 Rams. We'll be getting the ball back here.
Finally
pretty shortly.
That was a long ad break. Sorry about that, guys. We're gonna have ads today, I guess. I'll have to figure it out after this. I'm happy the scoreboard is up at least, but I don't want to mess with the scoreboard right now while we have it up beautifully and you keep getting those sounds. Yeah, so like Floyd said though, right? As long as we get touchdowns, we respond to these field goals by the Lions with some touchdowns, it'll be great. Keep showing the world why your offense is considered one of the most dominant in the league. And you'll be all right for sure. It's still early for my dress. Cali QBs, yep. A lot of LA stuff here going on today. How are you guys feeling in the chat, though? Right now, I looked up on ESPN and said the Rams have about 51% chance of winning before that field goal. So it's probably more like 50-50 right now. Still up in the air. How are we feeling about this game? You think the Rams are doing all right? You're frustrated about anything in particular? I think the Rams are doing fine. I want more pressure on Jared Goff. I'm actually really happy, unfortunately, for you, for your fantasy team, but really happy to see that Jahmyr Gibbs on the sideline most of that drive because he is the one I'd be more worried about.
OB goals here.
Yes.
The Stanley Cup? Yeah, you guessed it.
Although one Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown doesn't hurt though, you know?
Say again. One Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown wouldn't hurt you?
None at all. I said one Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown doesn't hurt though.
Yeah, when the Rams are up. When the Rams are up 20 points, then maybe. You get a Gibbs touchdown.
Yeah. When the Rams are up big, we let Jahmyr Gibbs get like a nice 40-yard touchdown. CB saying, okay, D held them to a field goal. Rams have to drive to halftime and score a touchdown, get back ahead. I agree. ESG is saying, yes, more pressure from D-line. Philly game day. Energy for the Rams seems weird.
I don't agree with that. I think they seem fine. I think they definitely, obviously, again, after Stafford threw a crazy interception earlier in the game, obviously his game hasn't been 100% on point today, but I think their energy is fine. I think they're playing well. Defensively, Again, I want to see the Rams play a little bit more consistently better in terms of getting that pass rush going. But so far, doing a decent job slowing down the run. Amon-Ra St. Brown isn't having the game of his life. So they're positive signs in my mind.
There are for sure. The Rams going to start at around the 30-yard line here. Andres saying Titans just scored. Cool for the Titans. I mean, 2021, as we remember the trade with Stafford for Goff. Obviously, Detroit's, they got Jahmyr Gibbs with the Rams pick in the 2023 draft, obviously. And the Rams got the Super Bowl win in the first year of that trade. 1st and 10 from the 31. Stafford hands off to Kyren. Kyren's got a big hole. He is not going to be able to break away. Good tackle by the Lions there. Kyren may have had a touchdown there if he was able to break away.
Yeah, definitely a huge run. You see the hole there opens up the middle. Kyren able to break it off for a huge gain. You love to see it. This is the Kyren Williams drive, it looks like. So we'll see a lot of him probably on this drive. Great play from your running back, RB1. Showing that, hey, look, this might be the better duo in the league in terms of running back duos.
Stafford fakes. Going deep. He's got Puka, and he has him. First down, Rams. About a 30-yard pass there from Matthew Stafford. Puka beat his man down the sideline. Great throw, great catch. First down in the red zone, LA.
100%. You're running the football to try to open up the pass here. You love to see the Rams doing this because you know how dangerous the passing game can be. But without a run game, it's easier to slow down the passing game. But Puka, just an incredible route, beats his defender. I mean, he's just so good. It's so easy. The play action obviously helps as well. No over-the-top help. Puka, great catch and run. Already within the 10-yard line, this Rams offense, so explosive. 5 targets, 4 catches, 63 yards already for Puka Nacua in this first half.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to see with these injured safeties. I wanted the Rams to take some shots downfield. They are. Well, Philly game day said energy back. They're inside the 15 at the 14. First down. Got 2 tight ends to the left of Stafford. It's going to be a fake. Use one of those tight ends. Parkinson, does a streak stay alive? It does not, but Parkinson's down inside the 5. First down and goal from about the 3-yard line.
Yeah, just a nice little simple catch. Get the first down here. Floyd says don't score too soon. I'm not worried about that, Floyd. Get in the end zone. Get all the 7 points that you can. Get every touchdown that you can here because, again, this is going to be a high-scoring game in my mind. Yards per play, 8.1 for the Rams so far. Detroit, 6.6. So Rams offense looking a little bit better, just a little bit better than what the Detroit Lions offense is doing.
We got first down, fakes the handoff. Stafford looking, going to go back to the end zone, going to be tipped, incomplete, looking for Devontae, going to be a second down and goal.
Yeah, you got a couple receivers.
Weird.
I was going to say, you got a couple receivers in the same area there, which is why a couple defenders also in the same area. Defender not even really guarding Devontae. Anzalone able to run across the field and get his hands on the football right before it was in the hands of Devontae Adams. I think that's a touchdown if Anzalone doesn't make that play.
That probably is. Puka back on the field. Devontae going over to the sidelines. Second and goal from the 3. Stafford sends Puka in motion. Hand off to Corum. Going to be stopped at about the 1. Going to be third down and goal. Casey saying run it. They did. They got to about the 1. I do agree you can run it here. Let's see what the Rams decide to do here. Do you think the Rams go for it if they don't get this on third and goal?
I think so. You're way too close to the goal line to try to just go ahead and kick a field goal here. So I would love to see the Rams continue to go ahead and try to pound this football in here. One-on-one fade route to Devontae seemed to be the kind of signature here for the Rams. So we'll see if that's what they do as he's at the bottom of your screen. One-on-one coverage, it looks like Vontae Maddox says, don't even worry about that.
Stafford fakes to Corum. Looking. Ferguson had it, but it's incomplete. He's saying he went on the ground first, that he was already down. Let's see. We saw this with Isaiah Likely last week. Let's see. Ferguson, he has it. He has it. He has it. Oh, that is a catch in my eyes. What do you think about that, Josh?
It's close. Every time anytime the football touches the ground, I get nervous. Football's on his helmet.
Because his hands are already down.
But I mean, he has to survive the ground. Is that not a thing anymore? To survive in the ground.
His hands were already on the ground in the sense of he already hit the ground.
But it's surviving.
There is a flag, so we will see what the flag is. But that is really. Oh, it's a first down. It looks like there were some defensive penalties. The Rams have a first and goal.
What do you think?
On the defense on Terrence Ferguson.
Do you engineer it to work?
They say never mind. We're just going to run it anyways. No, they fake the run.
Design it to move.
Stafford, sidearm.
Give them what they want.
It needs to be
another flag.
Or take things to new places. You've got to build the right
Pass
team.
interference 100%, obviously.
Yes, as this will be. Yep, they're showing a replay on Puka. Oh, yeah. DJ Reed, buddy, what are you doing? What are you doing? You were trying to take a gift out of his stock in there, couldn't do it? Dan Campbell's upset, even though that's a clear flag.
No, clear flag
By the
for
way,
sure.
Aiden Hutchinson absolutely destroyed Kobe Parkinson, if you didn't see that.
TD, you let me know if you hear the sound again, because I think I might have just muted it. But you let me know if it comes up again, please, TD. I'm rooting for you, TD. You're going to tell me. I think I might have fixed it right now, but we'll see. You let me know. As, interesting couple plays here. First and goal again for the Rams. You got to score a touchdown here now after all this craziness.
Yeah, you do. Stafford slips, handing the ball off, but we're going to walk right in as Blake Corum for the touchdown. No, that's Kyren Williams again. Rams take the lead.
I 100% thought that was Blake Corum as well. That was crazy. I don't know how they switched the jerseys there, but
I didn't see Blake Corum go out. That's why I thought it was Corum.
Kyren Williams, so easy. Stafford even seems to slip, has to extra extend out to get the ball to Kyren Williams, and Kyren nearly pretty much untouched getting into the end zone there. So easy for the Rams. Obviously, ugly couple of possessions with the flag, the catch from Terrence Ferguson. They call it a drop. Rams accept the penalty, all that good stuff. Either way, all that matters is it ends in 6 for the Rams, and now 7 after Harrison Mevis field goal up and good. Great plays all the way down the field, and earlier it was a Floyd that said don't score too fast. Well, all those flags, all those penalties and kind of resets obviously helps you not score too fast there on that drive. Great way to score a touchdown there, and like Floyd says, TD agrees, I'll be happy to trade touchdowns for field goals. Agree with you there. Rams trade a touchdown for a field goal there on that drive. I think if you're the Lions, from the Lions' perspective, you're going to have to start doing the same stuff, right? You can't really – they were so close, and they win for a 3. Kind of surprising, like Josh even said. He expected them to maybe fake that kick, right, on that last possession, because it just didn't seem like a situation where the Lions should not go for it, but they end up not going for it there. Kick 3, Rams get 7.
They do. Allen saying a Rams house. I agree with you there. It is the Rams house there in SoFi. A lot of Rams fans in the crowd, from what I can tell, more so than Lions fans, which we do like to see there. Randy saying a Ramley. We are all Ramley here. The Rams have a good offensive drive here. Obviously, gotta slow down the Lions, and I do have some storylines to look at. The Rams' run defense staying strong was something I had as one of the keys. So far, it's been okay. Montgomery kind of pounded him a bit on the last drive, but so far it's been okay. 13 personnel being used more, get more tight ends involved. I think they've been doing a good job of that. Keep leaning on the run game. Been good, obviously, in the red zone, but even better. Take some chances against an injured Lions secondary. We've seen that. We saw Puka with the big gain there. And pass rush getting to Goff really has been the only thing that has not been going their way so far.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everything you said was kind of perfect there. The pass rush not really hidden there. But this Rams defense, they have the pass rushers. And I think I've been victim of this the last couple of weeks, it feels like, of not necessarily no sound since you said you're the mood. Okay, thank you, TD. It's not necessarily that it's what you have to rely on, getting sacks completely. Like, you don't have to see sacks to say the pass rush is playing well. And maybe the numbers are looking different from what I've been feeling. But just looking at the game, watching the game, I don't necessarily feel like the pass rush has been dominant this season. Now, Jared Verse and Byron Young have been putting up some solid numbers in terms of putting that pressure on opposing offenses. So maybe I can't stress about the sacks too much. But of course, I'm selfish. I want to see more sacks from this Rams defense. I want to see the big plays from this Rams defense, and we haven't seen much of it. So I would love to see a couple of those things happen today. I saw someone in the comments gave a prediction on one of my videos. I forgot who it was. If you're in the chat, let me know. But they said a couple picks from Goff, maybe gets sacked 3 times, maybe loses a fumble as well. So kind of a lot of bad plays from.
Well, by the way, Josh, sorry to interrupt you, but Penei Sewell was in the medical tent during that last defensive drive for the Lions, and Penei Sewell is back on the field right now, but looked like a lower leg injury, so we'll have to keep an eye on that throughout this game. But so far, Sewell is back out there.
Absolute pillar for this Detroit Lions offense, so definitely want to see if that affects him throughout this football game and affects this team. 8:31 to go in this second quarter.
Goff in the backfield, fakes to Gibbs. Pressure. Let's see what he can do. And Amon-Ra's wide open. Huge gain down the sideline. This might be a touchdown. Nope. Nate Landman gets there just in time to force him out. I really thought that was going to go all the way for a touchdown, but Nate Landman able to get him there just in time.
Yeah, Amon-Ra St. Brown just absolutely so good. Running across the field in a zone, it looks like, from the Rams defense. He finds the open space. A little bit of pressure on Goff. He's able to step up in the pocket. Not enough pressure. Amon-Ra bobbles the football, but just absolutely so quick, so fast, running an open field. You got to make sure you get to Goff there so he doesn't find Amon-Ra down the field like that. His offense is almost just as potent as the Rams.
It is. Goff with a good play. Gibbs gets the ball. The Rams stop him after. Oh, no, that's an old lineman. They stop him after about 2.
Your excitement peaked a little bit there when I heard you hear Gibbs in the game with the football.
It did. I mean, am I getting crushed right now in fantasy? Yes. So, also first place team. Although the first round of my playoffs is because it's only a 2-round playoffs or 2 weeks, and then week 17 is the championship. So I have another week to potentially come back here, but I am getting beat pretty badly in fantasy right now. 2nd and 7 from the 10. Goff back to Gibbs. Gets about 2 again. Going to be 3rd down and 5 here. Again, this is probably 4 down territory for the Lions.
Yeah, I really love to see what I'm seeing from the play calling for the Lions. I don't think they're really calling the right plays for their team right now, right? You get a huge gain in the passing game. Amon-Ra kind of having a pretty good game after that catch especially. And then now they're going back-to-back runs with Jahmyr Gibbs, who has not touched the football in the last couple of quarters, it felt like, last couple of drives for the Lions. So you'd like to see that Lions not necessarily using the right play calls in my mind, but shotgun here for Jared Goff, 3rd and 5 within the 10.
Goff to St. Brown, got some blockers. St. Brown spins off of Landman into the end zone, touchdown Lions.
Yeah, I mean, that's the guy. What I just say over and over again, that's the guy I'm worried about. Amon-Ra St. Brown, so difficult to cover. Had him in fantasy all year long, so I've been very familiar with how explosive he can be in the receiving game. And if you're the Rams, you're like, yeah, sure, hand off to David Montgomery all day. Hand off to Gibbs, who he hasn't been running the football too efficiently so far in this football game. Then the Lions say, you know what? We forgot about number 14. Let's just throw a little screen pass to our number 1 player right now and get an easy touchdown for the Lions. That drive was all Amon-Ra St. Brown. You got to figure out how you can slow him down now.
Yes, and the low extra point attempt from Jake Bates is good. That was a weird kick there. It was like a curveball kick.
It was like he perfectly dodged the Rams defenders, though. That's what looked like.
Yeah, that was a weird angle, but it worked out there.
All Sun God on that drive. 17-14. Rams are now down by 3. This is going to be a football game. Now you see why my prediction was 34-31 on this football game. This is going to be a game. This could be a shootout. Buckle your seatbelts, folks. We'll have to wait and see. And forget about the defense today. No. Don't even think about defense in this football game, it looks like. These offenses are going at it. Amon-Ra.
Yeah, if you had the Rams defensive fantasy, a pretty good fantasy defense throughout the year. One of the other teams in my playoffs had the Rams. They cut them before this game because they knew this was going to be an offensive game. They were right. TD's saying, let's go. Oh, this could be like that Chiefs-Rams game on Thursday night back in 2018. Yes, it could be. That's probably my favorite football game I've ever watched, that Chiefs-Rams game. What about you, Josh?
Yeah, no, definitely. I vividly remember where I was, which I was at a laundromat. I was at a laundromat washing clothes. And I remember just kind of like, just really focused on that aspect of my day, folding clothes, getting the laundry done, and then just ended up staying the whole time for that football game. It was one of the craziest games I've ever seen. Speaking of laundry, I'm going to close my camera for a second. I'm going to go get my laundry from the dryer. I'll be back, Josh. You hold it down.
All right.
Only one hiccup today. Or not hiccup, but one interruption, I promise. I'll be back.
All right. I'll keep y'all busy. Don't worry. Don't worry. For this Rams offense, we got to definitely keep running the ball efficiently. Keep finding Puka. They're trying to get Ferguson involved, which I do like, but he's got to make the plays. I mean, that touchdown is probably a catch. Obviously, with the penalty, doesn't matter. But again, Stafford missing him on one of those throws there. For sure. But put in chat right now, how do you think this next drive is going to start? You think it's going to be a pass? Think it's going to be a run? Let me know in chat. And before Josh gets back, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the stream as well, and share the stream too. Make sure to share it if you know people who are interested in football, or maybe who are not in the LA area, who are Rams fans who need to find a way to at least listen to the game, as we just crossed 100 people in chat watching right now. So thank you so much for that. Keep sending out that link. Keep sending out the stream. Carlos is back. Well, Carlos, you are banned for 30 minutes, buddy. How about that? Andres saying it was Monday night, third highest scoring. Yeah, I think it was a Monday night game. Now that I think about it, Andres, you are right. Yeah, that was a crazy game. I remember that game. That was a really fun game to watch. That was young Mahomes. That was first year Mahomes all of a sudden throwing 50 touchdowns. Tyreek turned into a star. That was back when the Chiefs were fun. That was when everyone loved the Chiefs. As Winnington fields the kick, gets to about the 28, 29 yard line here. About 6 minutes left in this first half. Showing replays, Jameson Williams easily able to get off that block there. Josh's dog seems quite angry at the last Lions touchdown. So we hope to not have that happen again here. Rams starting off from the 28. 1st and 10, Stafford. Hands it off. Corum, trying to beat Jack Campbell on the outside, picks up about 8. The ball might be out, but it's out of bounds regardless, so the Rams will be retaining possession. Gimli, welcome back, saying this game is going to be nuts. Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is going to be a very, very close game. Both of our score picks, I had 27-24. Josh had 34-31. I think Josh looks a little more accurate than me right now. I thought the defenses would be a little bit better heading into today than what we've seen now. But for the Rams, try to keep the ball for at least another 4 minutes here, because you really don't want the Lions to get another good shot at it. Stafford has Hutchinson in the backfield, finds Davis Allen for a first down, pick up of around 6, more than enough for a first down. Rams. Again, the Rams getting these tight ends more involved. And a little graphic here from Fox. Combined today, the last 5 possessions, 4 touchdowns and a field goal. So yeah, every team's offense doing it right now.
I am back, by the way.
I believe that there's a family member of yours in the chat, Josh, of Jacob Giron. Stop throwing to Puka. It's ruining my fantasy playoff hopes.
So actually, speaking of my family, a Stafford under center here. Go ahead and call this one, Josh. Makes the handoff.
Throwing this one. Davis Allen, again, back-to-back, picks up about 5.
Yeah, so funny family story. My brother, Jacob, is playing my dad in fantasy. My dad is very consistent in fantasy football where he drafts his team. Every single year we're like, this is the craziest team ever. Why? He's never going to win any games. And then he doesn't go last. He's in the playoffs. He's almost in the championship every year. Like my dad's team is just, he never trades anyone. He stays loyal. He drafts. He sets his lineups, and he always wins. And right now, Puka Nacua helping him dominate.
Fair enough. 2nd and 5. Stafford taking his time, almost intercepted again. Puka was like triple covered there. Parkinson wants a flag.
Dangerous throws from
it.
Stafford, and that's not what I want to see from him. I mean, that's a crazy sidearm throw with 3 white jerseys in front of Puka. I mean, what are you doing, Stafford? Very, very dangerous there. Don't want to see that. But, yeah, shout out to my brother. I think he's cooked. I think he's cooked in fantasy, unfortunately. He had a whole 50-point game sitting on his bench from Trevor Lawrence this morning. So that hurts.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had Kyle Pitts on my bench as well, which hurt me as well. So
even though you would have never thought to start him, it still hurts.
No. 3rd and 5 at the 45. 2 seconds left on the play clock. Rams better snap it. They do. O-line pick up the blitz. Hutchinson's back there. Stafford runs right into Anzalone as well. Pick up of maybe about a half a yard. And we'll see if they go for it.
I think it's a clean hit from Hutchinson. But Stafford's pretty upset. Anzalone, it looked like, came in and just kind of an awkward hit on Stafford as he was diving forward. Unfortunately for Stafford, I just don't really think that's much you can ask for because you're diving forward. He felt the contact to his helmet, wasn't happy with it, but I don't think there's a flag there. So Ethan Evans out for the punt on 4th and 5.
Yeah, Ethan Evans, though, one of the better punters in the NFL. Good snap. Evans, the punt is up. All the way back at the 5. Khalif Raymond making some guys miss. Khalif Raymond's going to be down at about the 20. Blake Corum actually in on the tackle on special teams. Nice special teams tackle there from Blake Corum.
Andres says, that's why I don't like fantasy. Yeah, a little bit of luck involved for sure, fantasy. Plus, it kind of ruins your Sundays throughout the whole season sometimes. Even if your favorite team wins, it'll still hurt you. But Jacob says, stop throwing to him because Puka was covered. And then he also says, Tet McMillan and Josh Jacobs touchdowns back-to-back, so he's back in it. Tet, who are they playing? Carolina.
They're playing the Saints, so that should be a pretty easy win.
Yeah, okay.
Although the first time they met, the Saints actually crushed the Panthers. It was like 30-0 or something.
Flick my channel here as we're on commercial break, see if there's any Phillip Rivers highlights, but nothing going on there just yet. Trying to check that score here. So Indy up 6-3 with the football at the Seattle 21. So Phillip Rivers may not be having the game of his life, but he may be having enough of a good game to make it a competitive one. Shout out to that Colts defense, by the way. Clearly slowing down that Seattle Seahawks offense, holding up to just 3 points so far in that football game. Phillip Rivers, is he going to get a win today? Is Phillip Rivers going to get a win today at 44 years of age?
I mean, that keeps the Colts in the playoff hunt, I'll tell you that much, right? I mean, the Colts I thought were done. I was like, they're just going to lose out. They're going to go 8-9. They're done. But if they win, because the Texans won, the Jags won, the Colts got to keep winning to keep that divisional race alive. By the way, Trevor Lawrence is looking awesome today, although it was the Jets, so we have to keep we have to see if he can do that, because they do play the Texans, I believe, for another time. Obviously, that Texans defense being so elite.
I got to say, by the way, I am absolutely 1,000% rooting for Phillip Rivers. I mean, is anyone in this world, is anyone on earth right now not rooting for 44-year-old, off the couch, 5 years retired Phillip Rivers? Let me know down in the comment section. Are you guys
grandfather Phillip Rivers as well?
What's your perspective, Josh?
No. I mean, I do think it is reckless for the Colts to call him back, but I want him to be good. I want him to be good. I mean, it's cool if he wants to come back, he can come back, but I mean, it is very dangerous. It's extremely dangerous, but for him, all I want to see is that he keeps playing well. I mean, it would be crazy if he led the Colts to the playoffs, wouldn't it? It would be pretty crazy.
Yeah, no. I mean, if you could see Phillip Rivers start a playoff game this year, I mean, it's phenomenal. It's very, very intriguing for sure. I don't know if he's going to do it. And like you said, I want to see him be healthy. That's definitely number one for sure. I don't want him to get killed out there as a 44-year-old quarterback, but we'll keep an eye on that as the game goes on. Goff in the shotgun here. First
down. Goff pressured. And he's going to just throw it to the ground incomplete. Again, when you can get pressure on Goff, it really just really hampers his timing and his abilities to really get much done at all.
1,000%. A little bit of pressure there you see. I mean, even his throw into the dirt was a little bit interesting. Kind of a wobbling throw. Very short of any receiver, it looked like. But So far today, 5 touches from your guy, Jahmyr Gibbs, only 17 yards total. So the Rams have done a good job of honing in on him. Now you got to slow down number 14.
And now you can let Jahmyr Gibbs get some more yards. Gibbs only picks up about 2.
I mean, there's
it's
a
gonna
bunch
be 3rd
of,
and 8. Another 3rd down and long.
just a bunch of blue jerseys immediately when you see Jahmyr Gibbs get that football. And again, that's what the Rams need to continue to do. Kobe Turner, Braden Fisk, high-fiving each other, Puka Nacua off to the sideline, high-fiving some teammates, because that was a very impressive stuff there of the run. Continue to stuff the run. Don't let Jahmyr Gibbs be the guy to beat you. But again, number 14 is the one who's to worry about as well. 3rd and 8 especially.
Yes, 3rd and 8 from the 22. Goff changes some signals. Get the play off. Has some pressure. They throw it to number 14, but Cam Curl is there on the tackle. They prevent the 1st down. Going to be 4th and about 2. I highly doubt you're going to go for it from where you are on the field right now.
It's a very generous spot from this official, by the way. It's actually going to be 4th and 1. Super generous spot. Like, the guy was a whole yard ahead of where Amon-Ra ended up. Dan Campbell, as we approach the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter, is talking to his quarterback. Goff doesn't look like he's running off to the sideline just yet. So we'll see if they go for it. Would be a really gutsy call here to go for it at this point in the game. 4th and short. But we'll wait and see coming back from this commercial break.
We have someone in chat, Angel from Madrid. Rams should consider running more, control the clock, secondary and rush have obvious problems. Well, welcome from Madrid. Hopefully you're having a good time in Spain. Or are you from Spain?
Yeah.
Let us know. And then
Angel.
Lurk saying Trevor Lawrence dropped 44 on me today. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's a tough break.
Angel, I got to tell you, by the way, love Madrid. My favorite city I've ever been to. I've visited once last year, and I genuinely love it so much. I want to go back. I would live there tomorrow. As someone who doesn't even speak Spanish, I would live there tomorrow. That's how much I loved the city of Madrid. Angel, let me know how you feel about it. Are you from there, like Josh asked, or do you just hang out there, live there now? What is the word on that? Pull Up Rivers coming out of retirement to play. I don't know why, but it reminds me of Al Bundy from Married with Children. Let's rock. He's a big guy right now out there on the field. 3rd and 4, by the way. I'm back on this football game. Let me just call this real quick. 3rd and 4 for Phillip Rivers and the Colts within the 10-yard line. Rivers drops back to pass, looks over the middle, finds, oh my goodness, touchdown. Is that Josh Downs? It is. Phillip Rivers, 44 years old, just threw a touchdown to Josh Downs. It is now going to be 12-3. Could be 13-3, depending on this extra point. I mean, if you're a Seattle Seahawks defender, you got to just be, like, embarrassed that you're
yeah,
losing.
You do.
So Phillip Rivers, again, legend, Hall of Famer, by the way, Phillip Rivers, not the quarterback. When he throws his football, he is, like, really trying hard to throw the football every single time he releases it. But great play calling. It's right across the field, Josh Downs. And Phillip Rivers is back. He has that juice back and fire back.
And maybe he comes back next year, too. Who knows? Maybe he finds a spot next year, too. You never know.
I would love to see him win some games here, especially for the Rams, though. Again, especially for the Rams' perspective. Great touchdown there. 13-3 should be their score now. And the Seattle Seahawks got to figure something out versus this Colts defense because...
But this game is back.
Yeah.
The game is back. 4th and 1 from the 31. Let's see. 2 minutes left. Goff. Looking. St. Brown, easy 1st down. Picks up more. Andres said touchdown Gibbs, and that got me excited for a second. You fooled me there. Gimli saying craziest stat, 0 negative plays last week for the Rams offense. Yeah, 0. Yeah, so far today as well. And Gimli saying outside kneel downs. Yeah. Again, that makes sense.
Fourth down. Number 14 is all I'm worried about. The Rams really were ready to stuff the run there in case Jahmyr Gibbs got the football, but how are you not ready for a play action? It's a huge play for them. They're not just going to run up the middle.
No. So more pressure on Goff, has to just throw it away and complete again. When you get pressure on Goff, he does not do anything. Yeah, and then Angel said originally from San Pedro, now live here, great place. Yeah. That's cool, man. I'm happy you're living it up there in Madrid. 2nd and 10, though, for the Lions.
How long have you been there, Angel? That's definitely my question. How long have you been in Madrid? How long do you plan on staying? I got so many questions for you because I'm jealous of your lifestyle right now.
2nd and 10 from the 43. 4 seconds left on the play clock. Goff, more pressure to Gibbs. Great tackle, though, from Josh Wallace. Going to be 3rd down and long once again.
Huge tackle from Josh Wallace there on the catch from Gibbs. Again, a guy, Gibbs, who can catch the ball and run and move, but it's very important to, on the catch, get him down immediately. 1:28 to go. This clock is ticking down faster and faster. 2 timeouts for both sides here, but if you're the Lions, you're not really sure if you're going to score to end the quarter, so you're going to hold on to those timeouts. The Rams, not sure if they have a chance either, so they're going to let this clock run down as well. Goff in the shotgun here, 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8. 2 seconds left on the play clock. Got to get it off. They do. More pressure. Goff. St. Brown again, 1st down.
I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown is the only player on offense for this team. He is the only player doing anything. Obviously, Goff throwing him the football. But, I mean, Amon-Ra is the only guy making things happen. And yet, the Rams can't cover him.
No, they cannot. Goff. Quick snap. Going deep. Jameson Williams 1st down. Even though Mano Forbes was all over him, Jameson Williams able to get a 1st down. I believe the Lions just called their 1st timeout.
Their 2nd timeout, actually. So
yes,
they have one timeout remaining now in this 2nd quarter, in this 1st half to end it. So if the Lions put some points up, especially if it's 7, the Rams are now staring at a very dangerous situation, being down 3 already. But, yeah, man, the biggest key is, I mean, look, Amon-Ra St. Brown is a great player. Don't get me wrong, he's a great player. But 9 catches for 126 yards in this 1st half. Are you even playing defense?
If you have St. Brown in fantasy this week, you're probably winning your game. I'll tell you that much.
Playing against them in fantasy, by the way.
Amanda Forbes was right on Jameson Williams. Like, it was decent coverage, but not good enough. TJ saying, where's Akella? But Akella was actually out for this game. He was ruled out today. 1st and 10, though, from the 31. Goff takes a snap. Only a 4-man rush. Going deep. Jameson Williams touchdown.
It's just so easy right now for this Detroit Lions offense. Again, we knew this is going to be a shootout type of game, but this defense is not this bad. Our Rams defense is not this bad, and that's where the pass rush needs to take it personal and get to the quarterback. If Goff has time, he's going to find his receivers. And to find a receiver down 30 yards down the field, that's flat out just not even getting to Goff at all. That's a lot of time, and Goff wasn't even stressing there. He just drops back to pass, easy drop back, looks over the field, finds Jameson Williams for a touchdown, and Kobe Durant. I mean, that was like just embarrassing. He's wide open. He's wide open.
It was. Did you see Kobe Durant's little dive there at the end? Like, he thought he was going to do something?
Like, just a please let me get the hand of the ball, maybe, but not even close. I mean, just absolute embarrassment from this Rams defense, and that's why the Rams offense needs to attack. I'm surprised the Rams didn't try calling timeouts during that drive because you could have got some more time for yourself to end this 1st half. Now,
did not make a lot of sense to me there either. Yeah, Dan Campbell had the librarian glasses on and all, but it is working for him. TJ saying that's the same play from earlier. Our defensive backfield is a problem. We can't get to the QB. Yeah, today the defense does not look good.
Yeah.
The run defense has been good, but the pass defense has not been good at all.
His offense actually is looking pretty good. This offense does not look bad at all, but the defense is going to allow 24 1st half points. Jameson Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown now having an incredible game so far in this 1st half. Yeah, of course you're not going to look pretty on defense, or the score is not going to look pretty. But the Rams offense looks okay, but they're going to have to keep rolling if they want a chance to win this football game. By the way, back to the Spain talk. Angel says last 6 years he's lived there. Born in Spain, lived in SoCal for 54 years. Longtime Rams fan from the Coliseum, season ticket holder in Anaheim. Love to hear an Angel and to go into retirement, it sounds like, in Madrid again. Very, very jealous of that type of lifestyle. Incredible there. Easy Does It says, we don't even have a secondary, no interior O-line either. He's obviously a Lions fan talking about this, but yeah, sure. I just think you do have to say, if you're a Lions fan right now, the Lions defense isn't dominating the Rams necessarily. That one interception, bad play earlier in the day from Stafford hurt, but aside from that, this Rams offense has kind of been able to roll on this Detroit Lions defense. The Detroit Lions offense, though, is absolutely dominating this Rams defense.
It is. It is. CB is saying no pressure and no coverage. The Rams D is porous. Yeah, it is. It is. Today, the Rams defense has not been good. King Cash saying, where are the safeties? I mean, nowhere. Kobe Durant, a corner, thought he was there, I think, because he thought he could get a hand on the ball, potentially. I mean, yeah, that was just not a good play. That last play was not good.
I mean, one thing to give up touchdowns, one thing to give up scores, another thing to give up wide open looks. No pressure on the quarterback. No coverage on the back. Like CB says, no pressure on the quarterback and no coverage. I mean, it's an absolute embarrassment on defense right now.
No, it is. It absolutely is. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The defense is getting embarrassed. Again, the Rams' offense has been okay. Kickoff fielded in the return zone. Ronnie Rivers on this return gets a little bit past the 30. Oh, Troy Reader, you just got decked. As we're seeing a replay of this Goff touchdown, which I don't know if I want to see, but we're going to.
What are you looking at? Kobe Durant. I mean, he's the fastest player on the offense. What are you staring at in that situation? Hoping maybe avoiding a cutback, I guess, but I just don't really. You're looking at him run right across your face, the fastest receiver they have on Detroit, and you let him fly right by you as Stafford catches a high snap.
Yeah.
Go ahead, take that because I'm coughing over here.
Yeah, Williams gets the first down. Rams call one of their timeouts. I mean, if we can get a look inside of 60 yards, obviously we'll take it to see if the Rams can get a field goal attempt off. The Rams do start with the ball in the second half. That is something to note as well. The Lions started off with the football, so the Rams will get the ball. So if they do get a field goal here, you go in a one-score game, and you can get the ball back to start the half. And TJ saying that's bad technique from Durant. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that was just not. I've never played DB at any high level of football outside of, flag football for fun. But, yeah, that was just not good effort. From the 44.5 here. 1st and 10, 18 seconds left. Stafford has time, is looking deep. He has Puka, who gets out of bounds easily within field goal range. 11 seconds left to go.
And, it's
great throw from Matthew Stafford.
Incredible throw, incredible route. I mean, Puka Nacua is unguardable. He's absolutely cooking these Lions defenders. They are lost trying to guard Puka Nacua. A couple of stutter steps there. The defender literally falling down. Stafford in the shotgun here. Drops back to pass down the next play.
Look to the end zone.
Nearly touchdown there from Kobe Parkinson in the middle of a couple of Detroit Lions defenders. But, yeah, Puka Nacua unguardable. Great throw, great catch. I mean, that Lions defender just flopping on the floor. Hilarious to see how difficult it is for them to guard Puka. But it's tough. You have to keep asking this Rams offense to do amazing things, and they keep living up to that height, that expectation. It's incredible, but you can't expect them to continue to do this every single time. Defense, step up.
No, you can't. Stafford, 2nd and 10, probably your last play here to try to get in the end zone.
7 seconds to go.
Looking. Incomplete. Try to get Devontae a jump ball. Not going to work. 2 seconds left. I would say just get your 3 points. Don't go for the touchdown here.
Yeah, you have to take the 3 here. Down 10, of course. Important for the Rams to do so. Adams, nearly a one-handed grab, by the way, in double coverage. So that's just how good he is. Harrison Mevis, like I said, the leg of the kickers is going to be huge today. So far already, Bates for the Lions missed his chip shot field goal. Can Harrison Mevis continue his streak? He's 3 for 3 on the year so far this season. Easy 37-yard chip field goal attempt is up. The kick is down to the left a little, but it is good. So the Rams will go into halftime down by 7, 24-17 at the half. 10-3 Rams, 8-5 Lions. Lions fighting for their playoff lives, and the Rams fighting to maintain control of the NFC. And it's a great game so far. 248 total yards for Stafford in this first half. 270 something, I think it was, for Jared Goff and the Lions. This is a game.
Yes, it is. The Lions have already hit my score prediction in the first half, which is never ideal for me here. Yeah, definitely high-scoring first half. We knew this game was going to be higher scoring coming in. The Rams, they need to find a way to stop St. Brown. That's the thing to do in the second. You're not going to fully shut him out. It's like a JSN, like a Puka, or like a Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb. You can keep going. Justin Jefferson, although J.J. McCarthy kind of shuts him down just by being the quarterback. But beside those great receivers, you can never really count them out of anything, despite anyone guarding them. So you got to see. Gimli is saying Tabs get the ball. Oh, yes, Rams get the ball. Yes, they do. The Rams get the ball to start the second half. St. Louis Rams fan, yes, they do get the ball to start the second half, which is why getting that 3 points there was key, because you get a touchdown, he's out of the game.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I do believe the offense can go right down the field and score a touchdown once again.
And TJ says it, right? That interception earlier was huge. Yeah, the Rams have been rolling this whole game. I mean, Detroit Lions defense has not done anything to make you feel like this defense is on today. So the Rams offense, as long as they can stay hot, it's crazy, man. It's like to expect this offense to continue to be the best offense in the league week in and week out. You would hope they get a little bit of a break and a help from the defense at some point, but it feels like if this Rams offense isn't scoring 30 right now, this defense isn't going to help you win those games against good opponents at least. So unfortunate, frustrating, but hey, let's trust that the defense will figure this out as we move on through the season as well. And if the Rams offense can prove, hey, we are just that good, it doesn't matter if our defense is off, that'll be great. But the earlier interception from Stafford, that hurts. You score on that drive, it's 24-24 to go into the half. So down by 7. If you come out of the half and you can score immediately, it looks good. If you go 3 and out, it looks ugly. So the Rams got a game plan this second half, and third quarter got to start out hot.
And you got to get to Goff. That's the other thing. You need to get to Jared Goff. That's what you have to do. We've seen when the pass rush has gotten just in the backfield in general, not even touching him. He just throws the ball away.
And have we not talked about this, right, in terms of the cornerbacks? I mean, Josh and I have been saying this since before the season started. Again, not to bring this back up as we brought it up a couple weeks ago. The Rams defense for a while there, the cornerbacks were playing well, right? Kobe Durant was on fire, and Emmanuel Forbes looked like he was maybe that player that the Commanders were hoping they drafted a couple years ago. But now we're sitting in a situation where this cornerback room is subpar. This cornerback room is not good enough. And going into the playoffs, that is the weakness for the Rams. The offensive line can hold up from the other team and slow down this pass rush even just a little bit. It's like our corners can't cover anybody.
No, they can't. It hasn't looked good. The safeties, obviously you're missing Quentin Lake. Cam Kitchens has been solid. Cam Curl today has been decent in the open field as well. The Panthers are up 10-7. Looking at that game, we're gonna get some other scores pretty soon here. But Donkey Kong saying let's go Lions. Greater Gude saying Lions baby.
Yeah. Speaking of the score updates, 17-10 at the half for San Francisco and Tennessee. So Tennessee's still in that football game. We'll see if the rookie Cam Ward can make things happen. Packers at Broncos. Actually got a Packers fan buddy at this game watching his Packers take on the Denver Broncos. Jordan Love with a nice touchdown pass to Josh Jacobs. Receiver 1 out there in Green Bay. It looks like 16-14. Packers are up in Denver. We'll see what that second half looks like. And 44-year-old Grandpa Rivers, Grandpa Phillip, over the middle of the field. Josh Downs with a catch and a 7-yard touchdown reception. The Colts are up 13-6. Again, keep an eye on this football game, folks, as it's huge for the Rams and their odds of taking over that number 1 seed from Seattle. Some other scores around the league. Looks like Buffalo beat the Patriots today. The Chargers ended the season for the Chiefs. Ravens dominated the Bengals after Joe Burrow looked depressed out there in Cincy, and some other scores that I'm missing because it's going by too fast.
Yeah, so we're gonna go over some other scores, some playoff scenarios right now, a bit more in depth here.
Andres talking about some Lions fans. Let's see. Donkey Kong says, let's go Lions, mighty, mighty Lions. Lions are up by 7. Andres says, Lions are not even in the playoffs. You weak ass. Sorry, didn't mean to cuss there, but weak A Lions fans. It's interesting. Every time lately, it feels, we get a lot of haters in the chat. So,
no, but I'm not. Lions fans aren't haters. If you're a Lions fan, you can be happy that you're up. Going in depth on some of the scores here. Bears, Browns, do this one pretty quickly. Shador did not look good today. This was the first bad Shador start. He had a couple nice deep balls. Shador led the team in rushing, which is never good. Caleb looked awesome. 2 touchdowns. DeAndre Swift looked really good. Luther Burden game, 84 yards. Nice to see Luther Burden have a good game. 31-3, the Bears keep pace in the NFC North, hoping to retake that division lead. The Eagles played the Raiders. They had a get-right game today, 31-0. If this game was in Vegas, I would have actually thought the Raiders would have had a shot to win, but because it was in Philly, in the cold, Eagles win. Saquon, 22 for 78 and a touchdown, still not having an amazing year. Hurts threw the ball 15 times.
Whoa.
Again.
MVP. Give him the MVP. Best quarterback in the league.
Maybe.
Best quarterback in the league.
Kevin Patullo, bro. Looking great. Another one we'll do pretty quickly. Texans dominate the Cardinals, obviously. Cardinals put up some points. Brissett, obviously, won't go out without a fight. 249 yards and 3 touchdowns. Trey McBride, 12 for 134 and 2 TDs. So if you got McBride in fantasy, might be helping you win your game as well. Stroud, his best game of the year, 22 for 29, 260 and 3 touchdowns.
Definitely.
Nico Collins, 2 touchdowns on 85 yards.
Yeah, definitely positive for a lot of fantasy players there. Austin Powers says, can't watch the game. How bad is our defense? Our defense is horrific. Our defense, someone said earlier, is porous. It is absolutely awful right now. And maybe the D-line isn't playing horrible because you got to give them credit for slowing down Jahmyr Gibbs, not letting David Montgomery pop off for a bunch either. So give them their credit. But the cornerbacks, the defensive backs on this roster are absolutely awful right now. We're talking about wide open catches for touchdowns from Jameson Williams, wide open catches from Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown has the game of his life in the first half. I mean, you're talking about 9 catches over 120-something yards. You want to actually go over the box score real quick, Josh, at half to let us know what the full stats look like, but we're talking about an incredible game.
We can do that, and then we will get back to some other scores. But for the Lions, Jared Goff, 14-20, 221 yards and 3 touchdowns. Again, if you have Goff starting for your fantasy playoffs, you're also in good shape. David Montgomery, 6 for 31, 5.2 average. Jahmyr Gibbs, 6 for 19, 3.2 average. Be nice to have that a little higher, Jahmyr. Detroit receiving, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 9 for 27. 2 TDs. Jameson Williams, 4 for 92 and a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 1 catch, 2 yards. Going to the Rams side of things, Stafford, 13 for 23, 193 yards and a pick. Kyren, 6 for 36, 6 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns. Corum, 4 for 18, 4.5 yards per carry. Puka, 5 catches, 99 yards. Devontae, 2 for 35. Parkinson, 2 for 34. Kyren, 1 for 10. Davis Allen, 2 for 9. Ferguson, 1 for 6. 2-2 with 1 target as well. Nate Landman has 5 tackles on the day. No passes defense, no tackles for loss for the Rams. If we go back to the Lions, we got a lot of pass deflections. Avonte Maddox with 2, Aiden Hutchinson with 1, as well as his pick. Mick Robinson with 1, Anzalone with 1. And they are giving Aiden Hutchinson a sack for that play on Matthew Stafford. So some big plays for all those teams. But now going back to some other scores, since it is halftime to keep everyone updated here throughout the league. The Ravens crushed the Bengals 24-0. Joe Burrow did not look good. 2 picks. He might still be depressed. Lamar Jackson was kind of just okay. Only threw the ball 12 times. That game was 12 degrees, but they said it felt like 2 degrees throughout that game.
Wow.
So, yeah. I don't know how you're playing that. Derrick Henry with 100 yards. Zay Flowers, 60. Jamar Chase, 10 for 132. Still had a solid game. The Bengals are done. They were somehow still alive at 4-9 because the AFC North has not been good. But now at 10 losses, they are done. The Ravens, hoping the Steelers lose tomorrow night, moves to 7-7. Bills, Patriots. I was closely watching this one on Red Zone before we went live. The Bills were down 21-0 to the Patriots. They ended up winning. Drake May with his first really bad game of the year. 14 for 23, 155 yards and a pick. However, Travion Henderson. I don't know if you saw this. He had 2 touchdown runs at 50-plus yards today. Did you see that?
Yeah, no, it's that was great. That was crazy.
Yeah, Travion Henderson, 14 for 148, 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen, 19 and 28, 193, 3 touchdowns. James Cook, staying consistent as usual. 22 carries, 170 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Bills stay alive in the AFC East race. So the Patriots do not clinch a playoff spot just yet, but they will still get in. Commanders, Giants, 2 bad teams. Jackson Dart was okay. Marcus Mariota, 10 for 19, a touchdown. JCM, 18 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 3 catches, 69 yards, and a touchdown. Tyrone Tracy, 15 for 70 and a touchdown. Dart, 246 yards. Giants keep trudging to that number 1 pick, keep trudging to some trade value because they will not be taking a quarterback, so that pick could have a lot of trade value for them. Commanders win that one. Jaguars, Jets, another pretty quick one. Trevor Lawrence, obviously, in an amazing game. 20 for 32, 335 TDs. ETN, 73 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns. So Trevor Lawrence led the team in rushing, which is not a good sign, but it is the Jets. Jaguars staying first in the AFC South at 10-4. And now to the game you've all been waiting for. The Chargers-Chiefs. The Chiefs officially eliminated from the playoffs with the Jaguars and Texans winning as well as the Bills. The Chargers win 16-13. Herbert playing injured still with no O-line. 19 for 29, a touchdown and a pick, 210 yards. Amari Hampton still working his way back. 15 carries, 61 yards. Mahomes, 16 for 28, 189 yards and a pick. Pacheco, 11 carries for 21 yards. Kelsey with a nice bounce-back game, 7 for 70. Gatson, the Chargers tight end, led the team in receiving, 4 catches, 61. Kelsey could have been his final game at Arrowhead Stadium for his career. Mahomes went down with a knee injury late. He was helped to the locker room, so we'll see if he plays again this season with the Chiefs. Season officially being over. We do not celebrate Mahomes' injury, but we do celebrate the Chiefs missing the playoffs. Made my day so far today, the Chiefs missing the playoffs.
It's so funny.
The Dynasty. Taylor Swift's her documentary premiered this week, End of an Era. Let's just say it's also the end of an era in Kansas City as well.
It very well could be, and it's so interesting. I don't really care too much about the Chiefs. I never really was like, I guess I kind of starting his career was a little bit of a fan of Mahomes, so obviously seeing him dominate was interesting to see, and I never really hated on the Chiefs, but overall, yeah, a lot of great games overall today. Interesting storylines to watch. So many things changing in the NFC and the AFC, both respectfully in terms of the seeding. So great on those updates. Appreciate you. Reading some chats here. Jesse earlier, not sure we said this one, says, need Gibbs to outscore his current projection by 67. You think he got it? Probably not, Jesse, in terms of fantasy. Austin Powers says, in terms of our update for what the Rams are looking like on defense. Ramsum says no, or MN Lions or whatever says, who here is a Rams fan? Ransom says nobody. True, okay. And then he asks, does anyone follow college football? What's your college team? My favorite team? I grew up a USC fan. Try to root for UCLA because my brother went to UCLA, but overall, don't really do much of that because I didn't go to either school. Also, Josh is a big USC fan. As it looks like the Lions are ready to kick off to start the second half already. Kick is up, and the return is received. Running back past the 20-25 into the 30-yard line from Jordan Whittington. Pushes his way to about the 33, maybe 34-yard line to start this second half. So the Rams need to play better on defense. Here, you got to come out and score to start the second half. Going into some other updates here on the chat, Taserface says, why is Akilo out? We do not know why Akilo Witherspoon's out. Floyd says as well, he was not on the injury report this week, so we don't understand why he's out. Looked it up right now on Twitter, trying to see why. Not really understanding 100% why he is not in the football game. As Stafford under center here. Looks like Kyren Williams maybe in the backfield. 1st and 10, Rams. Ball to 33-yard line here. Down by 7. Stafford fakes the handoff, throws over the middle of the field to Puka Nacua, spins off a defender, gets into Lions territory about the 45-yard line now.
Yeah, huge play there from Puka. I was just trying to see on Google as well if there was anything about the injury. No, nothing yet. We'll have to see what happened. Hopefully everything off the field is okay with Witherspoon as well. Hopefully nothing happened where he had to miss today's game last second. 1st and 10. for the Rams. Nacua just crossed 100 yards on the day from the 45 of the Lions. Run it down the middle. That is Corum. Had to double check that time as well. Pickup of about 5.
Yeah, nice to see Corum out there getting the touch. Nothing crazy on the run there, but the Rams mix up the run, mix up the pass, continue to feed Puka Nacua, and then try to get Devontae Adams the football as well here as we continue to try to march down the field. Again, not really too concerned, though, in terms of wanting anything to change for this Rams team on offense. They've been looking pretty good so far.
2nd and 7. Hutchinson in the backfield flips it out to Davis Allen, who dives forward for a first down off of the hit. Good job by Davis Allen. Good body awareness to pick up that first down. It's Hutchinson. Warren McClendon just didn't block him.
Yeah, and
just went straight to Stafford.
And very dangerous for Stafford. We know about his back earlier in this year. We were worried about it earlier. We haven't really brought it up since, but you don't want to see Stafford taking these hits. Incredible way to sacrifice his body there. Throw the football over the head of Hutchinson for the nice first down pass to Davis Allen.
1st and 10 from the 34.5. Run to Corum up the middle. Nice hole. Corum picks up about 7. Going to be 2nd down and short. CB saying, I'm cheering for Indy. Rivers could help Rams by knocking off Seattle. Yes, they could. Yes, they could. I'm cheering for Phillip Rivers in general, too, but especially a little bit more this week as well. Yeah. 2nd and 4, actually, a pickup of 6.
Rams got to take care of business, of course, but I said this in my video yesterday as well. If you missed it, go check it out. I essentially said if the Rams win, they have, I think, a 54% chance at the 1 seed. If the Seahawks lose as well, it jumps up to like 67% chance of the 1 seed. So you're rooting for the Colts today.
Corum runs up a little bit to the right, picks up about 1. Did he use... Well, never mind. You know what? Never mind. I think you know what I was going to say, and I'm not going to do it.
I think we are on the same page on that one. About 12 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter. Watching a little highlight here of the nice tackle here from Campbell on Corum to stop him from getting anything more than a couple yards. 3rd and 3 for the Rams. The clock
huge play
past 12 minutes.
From the 28, Stafford fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right. Looking, he's going to take off for it.
Ugh.
He's going to dive and be just short. It's going to be about a half-yard short. Terrence Ferguson, I know you want to say it's a first down, buddy. It's not. It's not even close.
Stafford pretty quickly decided there as he rolled to his right, I have nobody open. I got to run for this first down attempt. He does not get it. Really short and very dangerous. Made me nervous there on that.
Yeah,
on that
it did.
run.
If he got it, it would have been cool. 4th and 1, though. I like this. They're going for it. I like it. 4th and about a half yard, really. 2 for 2 already on the day. Let's see what they do. 2 pass plays to Puka so far. What do you think? What do y'all think in chat? It's going to be run. Corum gets it.
Looks like he easily got the first down there. The ref's making it closer than I want to be comfortable with, but it should be a first down Rams. Nervous about the run up the middle there. I want to trust Stafford in the passing game on 4th down, but last couple of 4th down attempts, you did go to Puka already, so maybe trying to mix it up there. The defender did get to Corum in the backfield, but he's able to power through for a first down Rams. 1st and 10, 10:45 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yes, huge play from the 24 of the Lions. Stafford fakes end around to Puka to the right. Puka gets about 7 yards there. Interesting play call, like the little mix up there. Hadn't seen that yet today. Only gets about 7 though.
Yeah, the handoff, little toss looked really cool. It didn't fool the defense at all. That linebacker was running with Puka stride for stride. Ended up Puka just being shifty enough to gain 6 yards on the play, but that linebacker nearly met him at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 4. Got 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Rams are down by 7. Got to score a touchdown here. A 3-point help, but you want to score 7. Ball at the 18-yard line in the red zone.
You do from the 18. Red zone play. Stafford. Back to pass. There's pressure. Stafford going to go down. Sacked again. That's not Aiden Hutchinson. I actually don't know who that is. A little acrobatic get up there from Matthew Stafford. That is Lopez. Yeah, that's going to be a 3rd down and long here.
Stafford drops back to pass. Kevin Dotson just not really winning his one-on-one battle. Stafford tries to step up in the pocket, but Lopez, the 51 defender, interior defender for the Lions, just absolutely outpowers Kevin Dotson on that one. Stafford steps up, ends up getting sacked, and you see him kind of shrugging the shoulders a bit. So far in this third quarter, Stafford, your quarterback, your very old veteran quarterback, taking more hits than you want to see, and we're hoping that doesn't affect him at all throughout this football game.
No, and they're going to take out number 21 for some reason. Comes up limping.
Yeah, nice route there by Puka Nacua. Shakes him up a little bit, maybe twist of an ankle as he tried to stay with Puka. And the Rams are going for it on 3rd and 12. So there was a flag or
third down.
I thought it was 4th down on that play for some reason.
No, it is 3rd down.
Oh,
bad snap. Stafford picks it back up. He just has to throw it away. Yeah, that's what you got to do. You're going to have to kick here. You're going to have to settle for 3.
Yeah, just a horrible snap there. Stafford loses it over his head. Bad back-to-back plays for the Rams. First, Stafford takes a sack. Now loses the football, fumbles the snap. Kind of a little off snap, I guess, off center to the right, but Stafford probably should have had the hand on the football there.
Yeah, you got to catch the snaps like the receiver rule. If it's in your area, you got to come up with a Mevis trying to go 2 for 2 on the day from 44. Set up kind of right down the middle. Mevis. Pretty much down the middle once again. 24-20. The Rams do tack on some points at least, which was needed. But now your defense.
Yeah.
You gave your defense almost 6 minutes of rest to start off the half as well. You kept them off the field for a little bit. So they should be recharged heading into this first drive for them.
Yeah, 100% there. The Rams defense is what we want to see in the second half. We want to see improvements from that side of things. Spenmo says Rams won a COVID Super Bowl, which is gross and barely counts. I like how that's
the Bucs
coming,
won the COVID Super Bowl.
Very rich coming from a Lions fan who, by the way, have the Lions ever won a Super Bowl? I'm not even
They've
sure.
never been to a Super Bowl, actually.
Been to a Super Bowl. So for a Lions fan to be up 4 points talking about Super Bowls is very interesting, especially because, by the way, if the Rams win this football game, the Lions likely don't even make the playoffs. So Lions fans in the chat talking.
No, they likely don't. You have to win out pretty much if you're a Lions fan.
It's just kind of funny. By the way, the Rams are fighting for the 1 seed. They're not fighting for a playoff spot. They're fighting for the 1 seed. The Rams will more than likely be in the playoffs. So Lions fans, you got to just focus on your team and maybe not be so negative toward the Rams right now. CB says, I'm cheering.
By the way, we gave you Jahmyr Gibbs with our draft picks. You should actually be thanking us.
Yeah, we gave him Laporta, we gave him Gibbs, we gave him someone else, I think, and all the Rams got was a Super Bowl from it. Nothing crazy. Andres says,
we got a Super Bowl, you got Jahmyr Gibbs, and you got a relevant franchise. So I know it's the first time since the 90s that you've been relevant for multiple years. So I know it's a little tough, but I do have something to say to Lions fans to make them feel better, Josh.
Well,
at least they've been to a conference championship game before the Cowboys.
There you go. ESG says Detroit last championship was 1950. Don't even know if we count that one, to be honest. But either way, when you're talking about the Lions, it's funny though. Like Lions fans, please don't make me hate the Lions. We gave you the quarterback. I like Jared Goff. He's helped you turn things around. I like Dan Campbell. I don't really hate the Detroit Lions.
No.
But you're going to make me hate the Detroit Lions if you're coming into the chat talking smack about the Rams here in this football game. Now we're really rooting for these Rams to take care of business today.
Kimberly Jacobson saying, let's get this Lions roar.
I know some people don't love.
CA saying Cowboys catching strays always. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
9:07 to go in this third quarter. The kick is up for the Rams kickoff here. Down by 4. It's going to be a touchback for the Lions. So the Rams defense, this is what we came to see in this second half. Jared Goff, next-gen stats breakdown in breaking routes today. Interesting stat there, very specifically. And on breaking routes, Goff is 8 for 8, 166 yards, 2 touchdowns, a perfect passer rating when his receivers are running breaking routes. So obviously something the Rams need to try to plan for here in this second half. Goff needs to be slowed down. I want to see some bursts. I want to see some Young and Braden Fisk in the lap of Goff all day here in the second half.
That's what TBD was just saying in chat. 1st and 10, hand off to Gibbs. Pickup of about 5. Going to be 2nd and 5. So,
and remember, you got to slow down Gibbs still. So I'm glad that this defense has been able to kind of keep a bottle on what this guy can do for the Detroit Lions and their offense. Keep them under wraps. That's what needs to happen and continue to happen in the second half. But number 14, number 1 are killing you.
They are. 2nd down and 5 from the 39.5 of the Rams. Handoff again to Gibbs. Gibbs picks up the 1st down and a little bit more. As we have some chat saying, Chris saying, bro, us Lions fans don't care who you like or don't like. Goofy. Flag down, though. This might be coming back. And Taserface, interesting name. Hey, take it easy off the Kitties fans. It's the closest they'll get to the Super Bowl this year. Probably true.
Yeah,
it is going to be
really
a flag
not worried about
offense, so this is coming back.
I'm not worried about what Lions fans are saying. You don't have to care what I like, Chris, but you care about what I'm saying clearly because you're here in the chat on YouTube for our Rams Digest channel. So you don't care, but you're here. Interesting, Chris.
I mean, he should. If he cares that much, he should subscribe.
Might as well, Chris. Might as well.
You all should, though. You all should subscribe right now.
By the way, very clean game for the Rams. 0 penalties for them so far. 4 penalties on the Detroit Lions side of things.
2nd and 15 for Gibbs. Trying to break off to the outside. Cuts back to the middle. Picks up about 5 or 6. It's going to be 3rd down and long.
Yeah, so Lions obviously noticed in the first half they didn't give the football to Gibbs much. And we noticed that ourselves. Gibbs on the sideline a lot as well. And so I think their plan of attack in this second half is going to be run the football with Montgomery, run the football with Gibbs, get them more involved, and hopefully open up the passing game to continue to succeed as they've been doing a pretty good job of that so far in this first half and in this football game.
3rd and 9. Look for St. Brown. Trips to the right of Goff. Gibbs with him in the backfield. 3rd and 9. Pressure from Kitchens. Finds St. Brown, and he's going to be stopped, and hopefully he's okay. His leg bent in a weird position, but it looks like he's going to be okay. Going to be 4th down. Cam Kitchens got some pressure there on Jared Goff from the secondary blitz. It's going to be 4th down and about 4. We'll see if the Lions go for it. Does not look like they will, but again, it's the Lions, so be ready for a fake.
Be ready for anything with the Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell with the aggression that they have time and time again. But that's a great stop for the Rams. A lot of pressure on Goff. Really sent the whole house, it looked like, on that play. And it was such a fast pass rush that got to Goff so quickly that he had to throw the football out quick. Oh, illegal contact maybe by Detroit on that punt. Very interesting punt on that one as Xavier Smith had a dive on the punt. He was able to recover, so the Rams will have the football. No flags on that play. But, yeah, the Rams did a pretty good job there. Getting to him so quick that you forced Goff to throw the ball out quicker. I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown wasn't even able to get deep enough to get that catch to make it a 1st down there.
Yeah, so we have MNL saying, yo, Rams are horrible. Check the standings.
Mm-hmm.
TBD saying, told you need pressure. Goofy, he can't take pressure. No, he cannot. He cannot take pressure. We saw this with the Rams. We're seeing it with the Lions. It's been the one flaw for him. I kind of compare him to Sam Darnold. I feel like they're quite similar quarterbacks in that way, that with no pressure, they look awesome. But with pressure, they can't really do much at all. Rams getting the ball back here with a chance to take the lead once again, as I'm going to check the Colts-Seahawks score during this commercial break. The Colts are up 13-9. Seattle has the ball back. Other teams in the NFC, Packers up 23-14 on Denver. The Rams and the Packers kind of fighting for the 1 seed right now. And the Panthers are up 17-10 on the Saints. By the way, if the Panthers win this week and beat the Bucs next week, they clinch the NFC South.
Yeah, man. I mean, the Panthers fighting for that. It was a crazy way to end this season for, I think Tampa Bay is that one team you look at and say, wow, they really lost a grip of the lead there for their division. So, obviously, the Panthers taking advantage and trying to make the playoffs in their own right. And if they do, it's a solid squad. I'm not too worried about them. Yes, they did beat the Rams, but I'm not too worried about them as well.
Yes, by the way, the Bucs Thursday night, I should say, lost to the Falcons, who had 19 penalties. I don't know if you saw that. The Falcons had 19 penalties and won that game.
That was a wild, weird game as well, that entire game.
Yeah, it was.
Floyd says, good start from the Rams defense in the second half. Yep, agreed. Good start there. Andres asking where the Lions fans came from. Yeah, I don't really understand why so many Lions fans are in the chat, but hey, it's okay. It's okay. Let them
Hey,
be
it's more
here,
views for
because
us.
if the Rams end up winning, they'll go away. So that's just kind of what's going to happen.
Yes.
They're not going to sit here and watch their team lose on a Rams channel. They'll leave.
No, they're
so
not.
Just hope the Rams can get a touchdown here coming out of this punt out of the commercial break. Austin Powers says, crazy how Goff gets so little pressure. Yeah, 100%. The Rams did a good job of it in that third quarter, that first drive so far of the third quarter. But we're talking about the Rams offense. They're showing some highlights right now, right? Some out routes, a lot for Puka and for Devontae, respectively. Devontae Adams, I want to see him get more involved again here. He's kind of been forgotten in that second quarter. As we're seeing him on the screen here, I want to see this duo come alive again.
1st and 10 from 12. Stafford looking deep. Almost intercepted again, going for Devontae. Robertson there in coverage. That actually probably should have been picked.
MNL says, Rams won't win, they will lose. I love the use of your advanced vocabulary, MNL.
That's like a Magic Johnson tweet. Have you seen Magic Johnson's tweets about the Lakers where he goes, the Lakers scored more points
Just watch
than the
my
other team,
Lakers
so they
lose
won?
to this team.
Yeah, those tweets were great. Those tweets were Yeah, those tweets were great. 2nd down and 10 though for the Rams after a bad play call there from McVay and Stafford.
Yeah, bad throw.
Williams joins in the backfield.
Bad throw from Stafford.
Some pressure. Stafford finds Puka. Puka is going to be about a yard short. Going to be 3rd down and 1. A good physical running after the catch there on the left sideline there for Puka.
Yeah, interesting little sidearm throw from Stafford. I mean, those throws can go so underrated at times, the way he just does it every single week. Nice throw, nice catch, and then Puka realized the defender right in front of him just had to run him over to get us close.
Wait, Alaric Jackson is hurt. Sorry to cut you off, but Alaric Jackson is hurt. Let's see if they show a replay of this. He's down on the field right now.
Yeah, that's huge for the Rams. We saw it earlier, right, with the Detroit Lions and their tackle, right, when we saw Penei Sewell go into the injury tent. You don't want to see that. That'll be huge for the Lions, and just like that, it could be huge for the Rams as well. If Alaric Jackson cannot go in this game, that is huge for the Rams and protecting Matthew Stafford, throwing the football down the field. Andres says, in an alternate universe, you have won. Yeah, they already won the game, apparently. The Lions have.
Yes.
Deuce says, Puka is amazing. He really is. Got to get a 1st down here coming out this timeout, though. Injury timeout for Alaric Jackson. MB says 24. Holy shit. Yeah, yay. So I guess he's a Lions fan. Za Genius says Puka. Deuce says Jackson's down. We'll get an update on it and see what happens. Ryan says, shout out to Joshua and Joshua. Rams are nothing. And then MB says, so close, scared me. Not sure exactly what you mean there, MB. Oh,
I think MB is a Lions fan. I think.
Yeah. But right now, Alaric Jackson down. Not what you want to see. The Rams have some depth on the offensive line, but Alaric Jackson is huge for the Rams. Hopefully we get a positive update sooner rather than later.
Yeah, you need a positive update here. That's going to be important. Got to see who comes in. I believe it would be potentially DJ Humphries coming in as for the Rams here, as we have to wait and see about that right now. Here and during this commercial break. During this commercial break, though, Josh, there's some other sports news to talk about. I'm surprised we didn't get to it yet. The Dodgers signing Edwin Diaz.
I'm like
multi-year deal. What do we think about that?
Unbelievably ecstatic. And you know what's funny is that I was arguing with someone who's an Angels fan of all teams, who was arguing about the Dodgers, the pay to win, I guess, aspect, them being a team that just basically is buying championships. But what's so interesting is, like, I broke it down like this, and my argument is, if you are arguing that you want a salary cap or it's not fair, whatever it is, you're basically saying the billionaires should get more money and the players should get less money. And the fans should see less success, see less of their money go to the players. And that is why it's never going to happen. The salary cap is never going to happen. And 2, we haven't seen a team win. Oh, we're back. 3rd and 1.
We are back. We will talk about this more during the next commercial break. 3rd and 1, though. Big play. 3rd and 1. Stafford, there's pressure. Quick throw, 1st down.
What a catch.
Colby Parkinson.
What a catch. 3rd and 1. You're down by 4 in this third quarter. Game of the week. Huge game. 3 white jerseys around Colby Parkinson, and he rips the ball out. An absolutely great catch there from Colby Parkinson. Huge first down for the Rams.
Yes, it is. 1st down and 10 for the Rams. 5.5 left to go in the third. Puka taking a rest.
5:24 to go in this third quarter.
1st down. Stafford fakes the handoff. He's got time. Looking deep.
Oh,
almost caught by Konate Mumpfield. That was a 50-50 ball. Mumpfield had a real shot at that. That was a pretty good throw from Stafford, but just couldn't quite haul it in. Down the sideline.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, great throw. A good attempt from Konate Mumpfield running down the field. Nearly reels that ball in. Good job from the defender to break it up. And Aiden Hutchinson does get a small little hit on Stafford at the end of that play as well. Great spin-off. But Konate Mumpfield, that's Devontae Adams or someone else. Maybe they make that catch. Mumpfield, nice attempt, but great defense.
Yes. 2nd and 10. Bad snap again. Quick handoff to Kyren. Somehow turns that into an 8-yard gain and going to be 3rd down and 2. That was a good play from Stafford there. Able to get the snap. A couple of bad snaps today from Coleman Shelton.
Yeah, a couple bad snaps for sure. I mean, that was definitely mishandled by Stafford as well. So, you know, she got to clean that up a little bit. Yeah, that was a really bad high snap. Stafford able to get a hold of it still. Shelton nearly got a hold on the linebacker as well. So I was a little surprised to not see a flag actually on that play because of the way the handoff was, but no flag. 3rd and 3 here. Another huge 3rd down for the Rams. Stafford already snaps the ball.
Dropping back, looking. Adams wide open down the middle for the 1st down. Huge gain of over 10. Devontae Adams back in action. Hasn't really done much since the first drive.
Yeah, no, has not been involved as much in that second quarter, but wide open the middle of the field. Again, you can't forget you have a 1A, 1B situation. Stafford with an incredible throw, hand in his face. The defender was just right there, and Stafford wraps the ball around the defender's hand somehow to get it to his receiver. 7 targets, 3 catches for Adams, 50 yards only. So not super efficient with his targets, but good so far.
1st and 10. Stafford hands it off. Williams. Pickup of 6. Going to be 2nd and 4 down the middle run there.
Yeah. Good job mixing up the run now after you're passing the ball a couple of times on this drive. Keep running that clock. Just keep chugging along the entire way down the field. Give your defense a chance to rest up a little bit after a nice, good first possession from them. But I want to see 7 on the board here again from the Rams. Don't want to see another field goal attempt. Want to get in the end zone. We'll see if they can make it happen. 3:20 to go in this third quarter. Rams football in Lions territory, just past the 50.
Yes, just past the 50. 2nd and 4. Stafford fakes. Looking over the middle again to Devontae Adams. A gain of almost 20. 1st down Rams.
I mean, they're uncoverable. Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua are uncoverable. Keep finding these guys. Get them involved. Keep them involved. Devontae Adams unguardable. Just one little shimmy shake to his right over the middle of the field. Nobody even near him. Then gets tackled down. Where are we at? By the 40-yard line, 30-yard line?
I think we're right around the 30. Let's see where they spot this. The Rams have 52 total plays to the Lions at 35. So, and 350 yards compared to 287. We're actually at the 26.5-yard line here. 1st down Rams. Stafford looking deep down the sideline to the end zone. Parkinson.
Touchdown.
That is a catch.
Not
We'll see if he's down. No, they call it a touchdown. The Lions wanted a complete pass. This is going to be reviewed, obviously. I think it's a catch. It's just whether his knee was down before the pylon. No matter what, it'll be 1st and goal. But for now, the Rams do have the lead. I want to see replay of this before we for sure say, as we're going to see it now. Parkinson has it.
Yeah, he will
that
for
knee
sure
is definitely
be down.
down. That is not a touchdown.
He will be down before. We got to see if he maintains possession through the catch as the defender's arm was in the middle there. The ball is there, but his hands aren't really on it. I want to see a replay, but if he holds this ball, what a catch from Colby Parkinson, and what a throw from Matthew Stafford as well. Just incredible all through and through. We'll see maintaining possession there. Knee is down, but I want to make sure he catches this ball all the way through. Looks like he does maintain possession.
It looks like he does. I think this is a catch. to me, it wasn't a question of the catch. Let's see here. Yeah, that's a catch.
Yeah. Yeah, 100% that replay.
Yeah, it wasn't a question of a catch for me. It was a question of the knee. The knee is definitely down beforehand. That should be first and goal from about the 1.5 yard line.
Gutsy play call, by the way, from this Rams offense to be able to throw the football down the field to your tight end, Colby Parkinson, and say one-on-one coverage, go make a play. Great play from Colby Parkinson to make the catch. It is going to be short of the first down. Not sure why they're taking so long on this replay, but what a catch from Colby.
Yeah, short of the end zone, you mean. Short of the end zone.
Austin Powers, it is a catch just short of an end zone, was what me and Josh are calling. Colby Parkinson and the squad is watching, hoping that they call this a touchdown. I don't think it is a TD. I think it'll be
No, I don't think so either. Let's see what they say. Put what you think in chat right now. Everyone chat what you think. They're still going over it. This looks like a pretty easy catch call to me.
And I think it's a pretty easy just short of the end zone as well.
Yeah.
So waiting for them to finalize this call. We'll wait and see. Manuel says Parkinson's disease. Manuel says it's a catch, but it's not a touchdown. Agree with you, Manuel, 100%.
I agree.
MNL says go to Detroit, syndicate Detroit fans. Okay, so telling Detroit fans to go over somewhere else. Austin Powers says
Let's
catch.
see.
Think it's a catch. We're waiting for the review here. Wow.
Touchdown.
They're
giving him the touchdown. I mean, we'll take it. We'll take it, but that does not look like a touchdown to either. But unless what they're saying is he didn't have possession until he was in the end zone, that must be the ruling.
Touchdown Rams.
I'm trying. Let's see. We're looking at the replay again. He catches it. My guess is that they're claiming he didn't have full possession until the end zone. Again,
I'll take it either way. Harrison Mevis. Kick is up. Kick is good. The Rams, 27-24, go-ahead touchdown. They say one-on-one coverage with my tight end. He'll go ahead and catch that, and it'll be a touchdown. Very close call, but it is going to be a touchdown for the Rams. MVP Stafford, give him those votes, is what Austin Powers says. He's playing like the MVP right now. Again, this Rams team, the Rams defense has put the Rams offense in a position where they have to continue to score touchdowns, and the Rams offense is saying, sure, let's score touchdowns. Za Genius says, yes. Defense. That's what you want to see here. So far, so good from the Rams on defense and offense in this third quarter. Looking like the team that we know they are, the best team in the NFC, and so far showing that through 3 quarters. Long way to go still, a lot of football to be played, but right now the Rams, great start in the second half. And it feels like the second half just started, but the third quarter is already about to end. Just a couple minutes left before the end of the third quarter already. Moving on to some other comments here. I know we missed some. Floyd says, LOL, Parkinson's the weapon. Run the ball, touchdown. Manuel said probably before that catch. Andres says touchdown Rams, which he ended up being right on that call. TD from Deuce as well. And then some more on that. I know TBD, you and I were talking about some salary cap stuff earlier. We can get back to the basketball, baseball talk in a bit. But right now, MNL says Rams still suck. I love that's instead of just leaving MNL and going to a different channel and being quiet, you're like, well, the Rams actually aren't good, though, even though they're beating my team right now.
No, I guess not.
And Manuel says, whose house? And me and Josh say,
Rams
house. Rams house indeed here at SoFi Stadium. Josh is there, by the way. You guys see in the background. He's literally there.
I am not there. I would tell you I'll be crazy if they let me. If they let me stream from there, we would both be there.
100%.
We'd both be looking at the scores. Colts still 13-9. But going back to Edwin Diaz a little bit, my take, I was actually talking about this with a friend last night, or Friday night, I should say, was to have a salary floor actually in baseball. So we used the great ChatGPT, and we asked ChatGPT, what is the average baseball payroll for a major league team? It's $175 million. And we said, let's up it to 180. So it's around the average payroll of the MLB this year. For next year, you up it a little bit for inflation to 180 million. So every team has to have a payroll of 180 million. I don't think that's too much to ask. I really don't for teams.
No, and this kick is up for the Rams in terms of the kickoff. Interesting bounce. Great kickoff. I've never seen it bounce twice. The Rams can't make a tackle, though. So the Detroit Lions do get up to about the 22-yard line. But what a kickoff from Ethan Evans, I think it was, not Harrison Mevis. They're replaying that touchdown from Parkinson, and Lions fans will probably be a little bit upset. Josh and I will kind of be quiet on that one because I think we both think he might have been short, unless you're saying he didn't maintain possession until he was in the end zone.
That's my guess.
But
that's the only way to me
we're up in the air
that
on
it's a touchdown.
We'll have to revisit the baseball talk again, but I do want to explore your idea of the $180 million salary cap. We'll definitely talk about that in a bit.
Yes, 22, 1st and 10. Lions down for the first time in the game. Goff, pressure on him. Going deep down the field to Jameson Williams.
Oh, my goodness.
Incomplete. That should have been caught. That is a clear no catch. Williams mad at himself there. He knows he should have caught that.
Yeah,
by the way, that was a great ball from Jared Goff.
Rams' best defender on this play, the ground, actually, because he catches that football and the ground actually knocks it out of his hands. So great way to get an incomplete pass there. By the way, pressure on Goff. Goff was leveled at the end of that play.
Yeah, by Kobe Turner.
My goodness. But Goff is up. He's fine. It's 2nd and 10 here. 2:15 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, again, Kobe Durant got burned on that once again.
Yeah.
2nd and 10, though. Some more pressure. Goff trying to spin away. Kobe Turner with the sack. The Rams' first sack of the game. Great play from Kobe Turner.
Great play by Kobe Turner. Timely play. The fans are in the crowd dancing. They're happy because Kobe Turner just says, get out of my way to the interior lineman. Swim moves. Goff tries to get away, turn and look, and he still has Kobe Turner in his lap for a sack. Back to the 9-yard line. 3rd and 22 now for the Detroit Lions. This Rams defense has woken up because of Kobe Turner's sack.
Yes, it has. 3rd and 22. Again, there should be no chance they get anything here. Goff trying to dink and dunk it. Could be incomplete. Looking for Gibbs. Just kind of threw that one into the ground. Going to be 4th down. The Rams should get pretty good field position here, too, because they're going to be punting from inside the end zone.
We asked this defense to wake up at halftime. They've turned around this third quarter, and they've woken up the monster here. Jared Verse, Kobe Turner, everybody involved there, putting some pressure on Goff. The play before, Goff, great throw down the field to Jameson Williams. Kind of cooked Kobe Durant, who was kind of on Jameson Williams, but the ground obviously knocks that ball incomplete. And then Kobe Turner, great pressure there. Great pressure on the next play to get a sack. And now a short-ish punt. Xavier Smith does get the fair catch off, but it's at the 50-yard line. So the Rams will have incredible field position to go up even more here, hopefully. And Floyd says,
this will be great. We got some chats to look at real quick. We got Renee Ortega saying Rams #1. Rams fans got to give more love out by giving likes to up the channels. Yes, you do, and you should subscribe as well. Deuce saying 3 and out. Let's get another. Yes. Yeah. Floyd saying, he's golfing. Yes, he is. Andres saying Kobe Turner with the sack. Yeah, Kobe Turner coming up big there. The pass rush looking a lot better throughout the second half. CB finally a little pressure. When you get pressure on Goff, you see what he does. It's not great results. 1st and 10, though, from midfield. Stafford alone. Looking to Nacua over the middle. He finds him. Puka staying on his feet inside the 15, almost to the 10. Going to be down and around the 11.5-yard line. Almost a 40-yard gain. Pretty much 1st and goal. Not quite, though, for the Rams in the red zone already in one play.
SoFi Stadium is going absolutely ballistic, rightfully so. Ball at the 50-yard line. Stafford drops back the pass, clean pocket, wide open to Puka Nacua, who fights his way down to nearly the 10-yard line. Nearly a 40-yard play for Puka Nacua. Absolute incredible response after the sack from the defense. Ball at the 11-yard line.
1st down. Most likely the last play of the quarter. Gonna hand it off. Bounces to the outside is Corum. Corum has a 1st down and a touchdown. Down the left side, Blake Corum into the end zone. The Rams extend their lead to end the third quarter.
Yeah, we're going to put MNL on timeout real quick because he's just spamming someone else's channel. But speaking on Corum, incredible touchdown. Bounces this outside. Just incredible footwork from him, almost all by himself. Great blocking, of course, up front to allow him to get some space. Harrison Mevis is going to kick this extra point here to put the Rams up 10. Kick is up, kick is good. The Rams take a 10-point lead in this third quarter, and it's been all Rams in this third quarter. Whose house? Rams house, especially in this third quarter. Absolutely incredible football on both sides, by the way. Offense starts you off hot with the touchdown. Kobe Parkinson, look at him kissing some fans, maybe some family members up in the suite. And then Puka, just Sean McVay right now celebrating with him. Puka flexing, screaming at the crowd. Because this Rams team is absolutely showing everybody, right? Game of the week. A lot of eyes on the Colts game maybe because of Phillip Rivers. But game of the week here in this football game, we said, oh, man, this is kind of tough back and forth battle, down 7 at the half. And the Rams play absolute out of their mind, almost perfect football, if I can call it that, in this third quarter. What do you think, Josh?
It's been great. It has been great. Puka Nacua, by the way, a little graphic here. Second rib all time with 100-plus catches in 2 seasons. The other one is Torrey Holt, who should be a Hall of Famer. We'll obviously get those results in a couple months. But, yeah, great drive here for the Rams. 34-24, 10-point lead. If you force another 3 and out and get another touchdown, this one is pretty much over if you can do that.
Yeah, Ethan Evans with a kick. It's up. This time it is going to be a kneel down in the end zone. So 10-point lead, but think about this. The start of the third quarter, the Rams were down 7. So the Rams have now turned a 7-point deficit and flipped it on its head and made it a 10-point lead in just the last 15 minutes or so of football. So incredible so far. You want this defense to keep it up. The Lions team is still pretty good, okay? You know what this offense can do very, very fast. Andres says, yes, he don't punch that air. I was getting hyped there on that Blake Corum touchdown. Yeah, I mean, the Rams can really the Lions can do damage at times, but right now, 3 total yards this half versus 179 for the Rams.
Yeah, that's not what you want to be if you're a Lions fan. 1st and 10 from the 35. Gibbs tries to just run straight up the gut. Huna Ford right there to bring him down along with Braden Fisk and Jared Verse. Pick up of about 1.5.
Yeah, it could be the last play of the quarter here, but the Rams, an absolute dominant third quarter. I cannot say that enough. Incredible work here from both sides. And we asked the defense to step up. They did. We asked the offense to continue to roll, and they did. And this is what a championship team does. They're focused. They didn't go into halftime down.
Wait, we got a donation from Manuel, $4.99. Thank you very much, Manuel. Like the stream. If you think the Rams are going to win and the Rams have a bunch of haters in the stream, whose house? Yeah, again, Manuel, I feel like you will donate to us pretty much every single stream. Yes. Thank you so much for your continued support. And Mace with the second donation of the stream of $10. Great game so far. I knew the Lions would bring it out of us. Thanks for the high level of competition, Lions. Mad respect. Yeah. Again, the Lions always play everybody tough. I mean, they've had some down games like the Eagles game. The Eagles just absolutely shut them down. But, yeah, again, thank you so much, Mace, for your 2 donations today and for Emmanuel for your 1 donation. We really do appreciate it. There's never any pressure to donate. But, again, if you do, it's always appreciated.
No, 100%. Thank you, Manuel. Thank you, Mace, Win, Drew. Appreciate you guys. If you have any questions at all, you guys want to add into the chat. We were talking about some baseball numbers earlier. You want to get back to that conversation. Anything you guys want to talk about and ask us, please do so. But appreciate both of you guys for your donations. Manuel, you read both chats? Yes, you did, right?
Yeah.
Appreciate both of you guys 100%. Like we said, I want to start at some point getting more creative here, seeing what we can do for you guys. But for now, any questions you guys have, you guys want us to answer, let us know. For sure, but appreciate you guys for your support. Your donations mean a lot to Josh and I. You know, it's obviously
we really do appreciate it. But we can get back to some baseball stuff for a bit right now. What I was saying about the $180 million salary cap is it makes teams like the Rockies. You know, think about a team like the Rockies. If anyone's a Rockies fan, I'm sorry for the season you had, but it's just Austin is saying I'm trying to send you a super chat, but getting error. That's probably on your end. The super chat is turned on. So you should be able to do that. You may need to refresh your browser. I would try doing that.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do, awesome. But again, no pressure. We always appreciate
obviously, if that's what you're trying to do, go for it. But again, there's never any pressure. But back to what I was saying about the salary floor is that it makes teams who like $180 million. Like think about a team like the Orioles, right? Who just got Pete Alonso. They traded for Taylor Ward. They might sign Framber Valdez. Like they would not be spending that money if it weren't for the Dodgers. But the Orioles are like, the AL is wide open. We've been a good team in 23 and 24. Obviously, last year was a down year for everyone. So you got to revamp the culture. You do that by bringing in a guy like Pete Alonso who's worth the money. Like, I'm tired of seeing these big free agents where it's Dodgers, Phillies, Blue Jays, Yankees, Mets. That's really the 5 main teams.
Yeah.
And I know Buster Posey wants the Giants to get in there too. So we'll see if they do anything. But, like, it would just give teams the chance to spend more money and give players chances to go to other teams. But the game is back now, 2nd and 8. Screen pass to Williams. Body slammed by Josiah Stewart. Great open field tackle.
Put him in a body bag. Josiah Stewart with absolute crazy hits on Jameson Williams. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. We're getting the team celebrating right now. With Puka. Taserface is saying prayers for Micah. Did something happen that we're missing about Micah Parsons? If so, definitely let us know in chat.
Oh,
Third down and 7, though.
Micah Parsons, Adam Schefter just tweeted. Now Parsons is down with a non-contact left knee injury. Prayers up for Micah Parsons indeed.
3rd and 7. Yes, prayers up for that. There is a stoppage of play here. Well, there is a stoppage. Yeah, what did Schefter say?
Looks like Lions didn't get the snap off here, or they might have to call a timeout before the clock ran out for them. So already using their first timeout in the second half. Lions, all things going bad for them here. 3rd and 7. 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. 14 to go in the fourth quarter, down by 10. They don't get this first down here for the Lions. It's going to be kind of hard for them to win this football game. Brock Purdy, little game break here.
Wow.
31
nice throw
now,
from Purdy
for the San Francisco 49ers.
That was a nice throw from Purdy, by the way. One leg. I mean, it is the Titans, so we take it with a grain of salt. But still, the Niners taking care of business there as they should be, trying to stay in the NFC West race, especially with the Seahawks in a tough one with the Colts. During the next commercial break, we'll get an update on you with that as well. 3rd and 7, though, from the 37.5. Goff with Gibbs back there. Some pressure from the Rams. Goff trying to go over the middle. Oh, Jalen McCullough, you got to pick that. Oh, I was right to you. You got to pick that.
Jalen McCullough, near interception. But look, the Lions are still going to have to punt this football away, so it's okay. We can forgive them. But, yeah, that's a easy interception from Jalen McCullough. Look, he was sick this week, so maybe give him a little bit of a leeway there as well. But reads the quarterback eyes. And what is Jared Goff looking at, by the way? There's 5 blue jerseys.
That's the first bad Jared Goff ball that's actually been like a real throw. Today, that was just not a good ball whatsoever.
He has a tight end running to the right.
Floyd should have been intercepted. I definitely agree with you, Floyd. That should have been picked. No matter what, you get a 3 and out. You get the ball back quickly. Xavier Smith's going to let that go into the end zone for a touchback. We have Ken Wright with a $20 donation. Go Rams, appreciate you guys calling the game. Thank you very much, Ken. We appreciate it once again. Thank you to everybody for donating.
Yeah. 100%.
Floyd said that's why he's a defensive back. That's a good comment. That's a good chat.
Ken, appreciate you so much. Again, never any pressure. We always want to see you drop some chats in, give us something to talk about throughout the game. And we hope that you guys are appreciating the fact that we're calling the game. Maybe you're at work. Maybe you can't watch it. Whatever it is, you don't want to pay for extra streaming services to watch where you're out of the house. Always come here to the Rams Digest. We're going to keep getting you guys right with the live scoreboard now, and obviously the live play-by-play every single week. So appreciate you, Ken. We really, really, truly appreciate you guys' support when it comes down to any type of donation. Austin Power says, this is the Goff we've been missing all day. 100% looks like the Goff that we are happy to see traded away from the Rams. Again, shout out to Goff. He did some great service here with LA, but why do you go for a guy like Stafford? Well, because at times when Goff plays like this is why you needed an upgrade at quarterback. Goofy being goofy, Goffy. Yeah, there from King Crumb, but appreciate all of you guys. Interception miss. Hey, it's all right. We can forgive that one. We can forgive that one.
Yeah, we can forgive it. You're up 10. You have the ball.
Just got to finish this football game out.
We'll see what happens. We'll see. Obviously, if you get a touchdown here, Lions pretty much in a must-score scenario if the Rams do get a touchdown on this drive to really keep this game going here. Looking at the scores, Colts are still up 13-12 in Seattle territory. Seattle has yet to have a touchdown, only field goals so far. Sam Darnold not doing too much. Phillip Rivers, 94 yards on 14 completions, kind of what we expected, with a touchdown though. So fair play to him theirs, getting that all situated over there. So we'll see how that game goes. Mace saying at work is always on game day. Appreciate having you guys do this. We'll always donate for excellent coverage and for seeking out with us last week. Yeah.
By the way, Patrick Mahomes tweeted basically a paragraph essentially saying that something might have happened to him seriously with his knees, done for the year most likely. He says, don't know why this had to happen. Not going to lie, it hurts. But all we can do now is trust in God and attack every single day over and over again. Thank you, Chiefs Kingdom, for always supporting me. And for everyone who has reached out and sent prayers, I'll be back stronger than ever. So, serious injury, unfortunate for Patrick Mahomes as they ended their season.
That is very unfortunate for him. Even if there wasn't a serious injury there, I don't think he would play again regardless. As Kyren Williams trying to bounce out to the right on first down, picks up about 4. It's very unfortunate for Patrick Mahomes, one of the best quarterbacks we've ever seen, play this game. Again, even if there wasn't a serious injury, I highly doubt they would play him just because their season is over. But obviously with that, you don't want to see that. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs maybe start benching some other starters too, just because your season is over. You don't want anyone else to get hurt heading into next year. 2nd and 6 for the Rams from the 24. Stafford with Williams still in the backfield. Handed off once again, trying to run straight up the middle. Picks up about 2 or 3. Going to be about 3rd and 3. It's Brandon Fisk getting his ankle looked at and taped up right now as well. Oh, yeah, he got stepped on. Oh. Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, I did just see that right now. He's walking on the sideline, so he looks like he might be able to be okay, walking toward maybe a tent, maybe a locker room. We'll have to wait and see on an update for Braden Fisk. He's walking pretty okay, though, so he might be all right, hopefully, for the Rams. 3rd and 3 here. 12:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Rams up 10. Huge third down here.
Yeah, this is. From the 27. Stafford looking deep. Adams.
Oh, no.
Oh, Adams is hurt.
He's limping.
Adams is hurt.
Devontae Adams running down the field. He immediately is limping on the throw, looking back, and he does not look okay. My goodness.
No. Yeah, he's staying down.
We just talked about some
you saw it immediately.
He
started limping.
We just talked about some injuries of Michael Parsons. I was actually watching the video of Michael Parsons, his injury, and I think this is a hammy. I think this looks like a hamstring-related injury from Devontae Adams as he's running down the field, just starts limping out of nowhere, sprinting, trying to get away from defenders. He did walk off on his own power, but if it was my guess, I would say some type of hamstring type of injury, maybe a pull for Devontae Adams. Like Za Genius says, though, oh no, we can't get injuries. Yeah, just non-contact as Devontae Adams running down the field, trying to get past 2 defenders for a deep ball, but he really gave up on the play pretty quickly and was limping as he was trying to finish that route.
Yeah, he was indeed. Just not what you want to see. He got up under his own power, which is good. He did have the hamstring injury coming into today. So, yeah, Floyd saying looks like he pulled the hammy. Yeah, we have to wait and see. Hopefully that's all it is, a pulled hammy. You'll be able to come back from that eventually. With a Thursday game coming up, that is definitely a questionable one.
Yeah,
Manuel saying, I've had a hamstring injury before. They hurt like he got shot in the leg and they're hard to recover from.
Yeah.
It seemed like lingering injuries. Yeah, he did have a hamstring injury coming into this game, but they cleared him to play.
Exactly.
So it looks like a re-aggravation.
It looks like a re-aggravation, unfortunately. I wouldn't be surprised, knock on wood, but wouldn't be surprised if Devontae Adams would be out for this game and the Seattle Seahawks game at least. Again, knock on wood, don't want to obviously assume anything, but if it is hamstring related, I think Devontae Adams would likely be out for the rest of this game and would be out for Thursday's game versus Seattle, unfortunately. Crossing our fingers, hoping for the best, just giving my analysis on what I just saw. It looks like it could be a pulled hammy for sure. Floyd also said, yes, Manuel. I've been dealing with this for a few weeks now. Hopefully this isn't serious. 100% agreed there. The hope is that he can rest up and get back to it because Devontae Adams is a huge piece of why this offense has been so dominant. Mace Windrew, by the way, I know Josh read this earlier, but appreciate you for saying how you appreciate us. So we appreciate you just as much. If nobody was watching the stream, me and Josh would be going crazy talking to each other. So we appreciate you guys
Yes,
just
we
as
would
much
be.
as you appreciate us. Not that me and Josh don't mind talking to each other, but
No, but it would just be a bit weird. We'd be talking to nobody.
100%.
It would be weird talking on the live stream to nobody. I'll say that. CB saying just run the ball.
Yeah.
I do agree with that it is important. Devontae looks like he's going straight back to the locker room. He is walking.
Yeah.
He is walking, so it looks like this nothing too serious, which is good. Is Tutu back from Zaw? Yes, he is, but once again, not really being a big part of the offense. The one target he got was into coverage as the Rams are punting now. Two Lions actually collide while trying to get the return to get to about the 35. That could have been really bad. That could have been a fumble for the Lions. Two of them collide.
Yeah, and by the way,
Austin Powers saying, is Devontae hurt? Most likely. We're looking at the Parsons injury now.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, yeah. That didn't really look like anything there, but it just ended up not feeling good there as Bo Nix with a nice pass to Troy Franklin for the Broncos to take the lead over there in Denver, 27-23.
Which is huge as well for the NFC race. The Lions, I'm sure, are keeping an eye on that game. They want to win this one, and they want the Packers to lose their game. But overall, I think, seeing a lot of injuries right now today. So Devontae looked like he might have pulled something. Austin, that might be the case for us. But by the way, huge third down. Ends up giving the punt, ending with the punt now.
And Khalif Raymond picks up a big gain over down the middle of the field, the first down for about 19, 20 yards there.
Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to say that the Rams had to punt the football away right after that Davante Adams injury. So we're worried about that, but also back to the game. It's only a 10-point game with a lot of football, a lot of time on this clock, 12 minutes to go for the Lions.
Yeah, this game is not over by any means. Pressure from Byron Young, and Goff puts it down incomplete to David Montgomery. Going to be a 2nd down and 10. Good job from Byron Young. Getting pressure on first down to get it to 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Goff just not looking comfortable since the first half. Byron Young beats Penei Sewell, by the way.
Pretty easily.
Sewell. So obviously impressive play from him, beating one of the best right tackles, if not the best right tackle in the game. Byron Young, just that dangerous. See if he can do it again here on 2nd and 10.
Yeah, 2nd down and 10 from the 44 of the Rams. Just under 12 minutes left. 2nd down, Goff. Middle of the field to Gibbs. Good tackle again by Wallace. Going to be about 3rd down and 6. If you're the Lions here, if it's within 4th and 5, I do believe they will go for it if they don't get it here.
Adam Schefter did tweet that Rams receiver Davante Adams gone to the locker room with apparent hamstring injury. So if they are already relating this to his hamstring, then yes, it sounds like hamstring re-aggravation. Again, don't be surprised to see him out for this game as well as potentially this Thursday. We're hoping for the best, but just kind of expecting and thinking what this could possibly be. Hopefully after that, he's back, but we'll wait and see on some updates throughout this game as Goff in the shotgun.
3rd down to Gibbs, trying to get to the outside. No one there. I don't think he got it. I think Cam Curl forced him out before. They are going to mark him a yard short, so I believe they're going to go for it. It's going to be 4th down and 1.
I think you have to go for it if you're Detroit, but it's a surprising call to run the football on 3rd and medium. But they do it, and obviously Gibbs, as quick as he gets, it can get at times, runs it outside, does get close enough to the 1st down marker to make it a 4th and 1, and put some pressure on the Rams defense to get a stop on 4th down. If the Rams get a stop here, there's a lot of good for their chances to win this football game.
Yes, it does. This is a must stop. 4th and 1. They're 1 for 1 today so far. 3 seconds left on the play clock. It's going to be a run fake. Goff with pressure. St. Brown again, 1st down.
Yeah, just too much time a little bit there. The pressure did come late, but Goff able to fake a handoff, turn around, look down the field, and then find Amon-Ra St. Brown, who, by the way, is covered by Nate Landman on the play. So not an ideal spot for the Rams by any means.
Yeah, that's a mismatch there. 1st down for the Lions. 142 receiving yards today for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Insane. From the 26, 1st down. Under 10 minutes left to go now. Goff drops back. Pressure. Finds Gibbs. 1-on-1 with Landman. Gibbs runs into his own lineman and going to be a loss of about 2.
Yeah, Gibbs
Good
was
job from
fighting.
Landman in the Rams defense.
Fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage. He doesn't, thanks to Nate Landman and company. So going to be 2nd and 11 now here coming out. And the Rams defense still flying around, still looking pretty good. And every second matters right now for the Lions. And so it's really important for the Rams to continue to make them eat time off the clock. If the Rams get the football, they're going to want to do the same thing on offense. So hopefully they can continue to let the clock tick down.
Yes. 2nd and 11. Pitch it. Gibbs trying to get outside. Not going to get much. Maybe not even one as Nate Landman forces him out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down and long here for Detroit.
And I just love the fact that I can continue to say Nate Landman was such a call by me, saying it was a sneaky signing from the Rams. Nate Landman being one of the best, if not the best, defensive players on this Rams team consistently throughout this season. Leader on defense. Back-to-back great plays there from your linebacker. Omar Spates as well, forcing Gibbs to kind of bounce a little more outside than he wanted to, allow Landman to catch up as well and force him out of bounds. 3rd and 11.
Yeah, 3rd and 11. Goff, hand off to Gibbs. Going to get another loss. Jared Verse, going to be a loss of about 4 or 5, and the Lions are going to have to kick this one.
What is that play call, by the way? You're just settling for 3 down 10? I think that's a wild play call. We'll take it if you're a Rams fan.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we'll take that. Loss of only 3. I think that's a generous spot there. It looked like a loss of 4 to me.
Yeah, just nowhere to go for Gibbs all day long. And again, give credit where credit is due. This Rams team, we forget pretty quickly how bad of a run defense it was last year at times.
Yes.
Absolutely getting gashed by the run all year long. Field goal attempt here.
49-yard attempt. Bates is
just good.
Barely good.
Yeah.
I mean, that was as close as you can get to missing that one. Yeah. 34-27. This game is not over, making it a 1-score game. If the Rams do get a touchdown here, the game is probably over. But you still got to play hard on this offensive drive. Score a touchdown, you probably wrap this one up.
And you got to do that without your 1A, 1B receiver in Devontae Adams. He's probably going to be out for this game after dealing with that hamstring earlier if you missed that. So, going to be Puka, going to be a little bit of Kyren, going to be a little Corum. We'll see if the tight ends can get involved here on this drive. You want to see the Rams.
Wait, they might be challenging this.
No.
The Rams might be challenging this. They're not. That was barely good if you saw the replay. I mean, that was as close as you can get to missing.
It was good, though. It was good.
It was, but it looked like the Rams thought about challenging it for a second, but they're not.
7:54 to go. As we await this Lions kickoff, Rams up 7, 34-27. My score prediction, by the way, 34-31. So pretty close around that range at least. I wasn't too far off.
You were like right on. I had 27-24. I was wrong. Yeah, you're pretty much right on with your score pick.
I was there, but either way, I wouldn't mind if the score ended this way, or maybe the Rams putting up some more points here as the kick is up. The return is past the 10, past the 20, past the 25-yard line, into the 30, going to be about the 32-yard line for the Rams to come out here and try to run some clock as well as try to put 7 more points up. Got to do both things on this drive, and you'll be sitting pretty in this football game. Trying to catch up with some of these updates as I'm watching some crazy Puka Nacua highlights. What a game for Puka Nacua today.
Yeah, Puka's been awesome today. Yeah, Andres saying, let's go LA. I agree with that.
May say, hold on, we've got some more chats up here we missed earlier. Let's see. CB says too short. Has to be coverage and be out front.
TBD saying Cam will never been a genius. He's been good. I don't know about genius though. 1st and 10 from the 33. Stafford drops back, pressure in his face. Stafford running to his left. Going to be a low throw to
catch. What a catch. I thought that ball hit the ground. I didn't know Tutu caught that football, but let's see the replay here. Tutu, oh my
He did catch this football.
What a catch from Tutu Atwell. It was at his ankles. Because he's running backwards, he does run out of bounds behind the first down marker, it looks like.
For that to even be a catch and close to a first down, we'll take.
Yeah, that was an incomplete throwaway from Stafford. Didn't know he was going to get it there, but he does get it to Tutu. What a catch. 2nd and 1 for the Rams here.
Yeah, amazing play. 2nd and 1 down the sideline. With pressure on Stafford, he rolled out to his left and was able to get it. 2nd and 1 from the 41. Stafford hands off. Corum runs right up the gut. First down to almost midfield.
Timely reminder right now to remind the Rams players, the running backs especially, to hold on to the football. Don't want to see this football on the ground at all here. Just throwing that out there. But yeah, great throw, great catch earlier. By the way, Stafford avoiding that sack was incredible footwork.
Yeah, that
Stafford
was.
to avoid that sack on that last passing attempt, that reception to Tutu Atwell. Give Tutu his credit. First game back, looking great on that catch at least.
1st and 10. He did. 1st and 10. Stafford hands off again. Corum trying to bounce out to the right. He does. Corum's got a big hole. Corum goes down the sideline, and he keeps going. Corum actually bounced out to the left there. That was around a 20-yard gain. Great job there from Blake Corum, chewing up this clock.
Yeah, and Blake Corum just looks like he gets better every single game, and this is what he does. He just bounces it outside. He's just so fast and able to beat defenders to the outside every single time. He's done it week in and week out this season for the Rams. That's his favorite type of runs, bouncing them outside, and he just does a great job there to get a huge first down and more. Rams already in field goal range and further.
Yes, they are, but we want a touchdown here. A touchdown on this drive most likely does end in the game for the Lions. Hands it off again. Kyren trying to cut back outside, cut back to the sideline. He does, able to pick up around 5 or 6 after what looked like he was going to be down behind the line of scrimmage, and he wants a flag after a hard tackle there from Avonte Maddox. The Seahawks, game break here, kick a field goal to take the lead. They're up 15-13 at the 2-minute warning against the Colts. So Phillip Rivers,
game-winning drive loading. 13-15, Colts down by 2. Chance to win this game with the ball in Phillip Rivers' hands. I wish we can watch that, but first, let's watch the Rams take care of business here. 2nd and 4, 5:23 to go. Clock ticking down here. Rams approaching the red zone.
Yes, they are. 2nd and 4. Stafford, 2 seconds left on the play clock, going to drop back to pass over the middle of the field to Nacua. Once again, first down, a gain of around 10, and going to be at the 11. Going to be a first down, and Puka's down.
Oh, no.
And this looks bad. He fell right back down.
Puka's down. He's in pain. He's laying down. He's waiting for the training staff to get to him. Sean McVay looks a little bit stressed here walking out to Puka. And Puka, maybe it's a cramp as they're kind of stretching out his calf, it looks like. McVay going straight to the team as well and trying to hype him up.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what happened here.
Nice catch. Gets tackled here. Fights for more. Gets brought down with a little bit of a leg drop tackle. They cut to commercial, so we don't see the full tackle there. But hopefully Puka is okay. He might be just maybe dealing with some cramps or something. That's the hope because they're stretching his leg out immediately. But we'll wait and see. Floyd says, I think he'll be okay. Tough guy. I hope so. I think he'll be okay as well. Mace Windrew says earlier, just went on lunch break. And what a nice surprise. They were playing the game. Love when that happens. Do you not love when you can't watch the game somewhere, you get somewhere, you're not expecting it, and all of a sudden the game's on that you want to see? Love when that happens. CD says nice. CD said, let's take care of biz here. Manuel says no. Deuces OMG. Some reactions here to the Puka injury news. We're hoping for the best there. We're going to scroll up a little more. By the way, Kyren on that turn around the field run was incredible.
Yeah, that was an amazing run.
Loss of 1 turned into a gain of 6 or 7, like you said. Andres says, you guys ain't win the playoffs. Okay, talking to a Lions fan at some point. And
Puka's up and walking on the sideline. Yeah. He's also going back to the locker room, it looks like.
But he's walking.
He is walking, yes. First down, though. Stafford fakes to Corum. Throws to the left. Parkinson into the end zone. Touchdown. Kobe Parkinson's touchdown streak remains alive. He just did the Mr. Krabs money dance as well. That's an A+ celebration for me. 40-27. Rams take the lead. Parkinson keeps his touchdown streak alive.
It's his second touchdown now. Remember, he got that one earlier that they called a touchdown. So
yes, he did. I forgot about that.
His streak was alive already, but what a touchdown. Kobe Parkinson. Stafford fakes the handoff to his left, goes to his right. Parkinson powers through the arm tackles of some cornerbacks, says you're too small, and then does his Mr. Krabs money dance in the end zone. these tight ends, again, like I said, yes, the receivers, you want them to be healthy. You need them to be healthy. But your tight ends are more than capable of catching the football and running on the move. Great job there. And a nice little tap on the helmet from his TE1, Tyler Higbee, who is obviously sidelined on IR currently. But showing
Hopefully
some
he'll be
love
back
to
next
his fellow
week.
tight end.
Hopefully Higbee will be back next week. We'll get updates on that throughout the week, obviously. So make sure to stay tuned for our daily videos. Memphis extra point is up and good. 41-27 Rams lead. 4:49 left to go. One stop and this one is over.
Yeah, I think the Rams obviously did a great job of taking care of business in this one. And this is the signs of a team that is poised for a run. Now, don't get me wrong. Detroit now going to fall to 8-6, possibly going to end up not being a playoff team. So maybe you can look at this and say, oh, it's not a playoff team win. But it's a very good Lions team, very good Lions offense that absolutely killed you in the first half. The defense to be able to go into halftime, make the adjustments, and play a whole lot better in the second half. Remember, Amon-Ra St. Brown had 120-something yards in the first half. Now just 2 catches for 140 or 200 catches for maybe 20 more yards in the second half. So incredible second half change, the pressure on Goff. You get the sack from Kobe Turner. All of that added to the Rams being a resilient team, showing their resilience in a tough game, being down 7, flipping that on its head. They've now just allowed 3 points for the Lions in the second half after giving up 24 points in the first half. And then for the Rams side of things, you scored 17 at halftime. You're now up to 41 points in this game. Devontae Adams was knocked out of this game. Puka Nacua on that last drive was knocked out of the game.
I have an update on Puka, by the way.
The best there, but those two things happening and you still power your way into the end zone. This Rams team is resilient. They're talented. They're well-rounded. They're well coached. This team just is really, really good and poised for a deep playoff run.
Well, I do have an update on Puka. It says here from ESPN, Puka exits after taking shot to the head. So hopefully this is not concussion protocol for Puka as well. It might be cramps plus a concussion test here. So we just have to make sure. Goff on 1st and 10. Looking to the side, incomplete. Jalen McCullough there in coverage on Amon-Ra St. Brown, second down.
And truthfully,
and 10.
Goff has completely looked like a complete different quarterback in the second half. First half looked like he could not miss. Second half looks like he can't even find one receiver at all. So incredible work for the Rams defense to really rattle him in this second half. Manuel says, I remember when I used to work at Buffalo Wild Wings and I was a cook in the kitchen and they were playing Kobe's last game and nobody was cooking anything. We were just watching the last couple of games. So that's why I couldn't get my food that day, Manuel.
Jahmyr Gibbs just dropped that pass on 2nd down and 10, trying to cut up the sideline there. 3rd down and 10. 2 more plays here, and this game is most likely over if the Lions do not get a first down.
And give the Rams defense credit, but Jahmyr Gibbs has absolutely looked completely disinterested all game long. Am I crazy? He looked like he just didn't want to be there today. And there are just no holes for him in the run game. Passing game, he catches the ball, he turns, he's tackled immediately. I mean, the Rams defense has been all over the place on Jahmyr Gibbs in this football game.
Yes, they have, and he's been nowhere for my fantasy playoff team. 3rd and 10. From the 35, Goff drops back, pressure in his face. Gibbs catches the ball, one-on-one with Jalen McCullough, picks up the first down and more, trying to cut up field. He can't because Cam Curl brings him down. First down, Gibbs keeps the game going here for Detroit.
Keeps the hopes alive for Detroit, and he actually bobbled that one, it looked like. Let's see here on the replay. Another one catches. He does catch, but nearly a bobble catches at his hip there as Goff in the shotgun ready for the next 1st and 10 play here.
Goff at the 49.5. Empty backfield going over the middle of the field. Low pass. Jameson Williams. Emmanuel Forbes mad at himself. He could have had a pick there as well. By the way, the Colts for a field goal to take the lead. 60-yard attempt is good. The Colts go up 1 with 47 seconds to go on the Seahawks.
Phillip Rivers' legacy game. And by the way, we have to keep an eye on this football game because the Rams desperately want the Colts to win this one versus Seattle. That way at least gives you a game of assistance in terms of this lead in the NFC West, because if Puka can't go and Devontae can't go, it makes it really difficult for the Rams come Thursday.
Yes, it does. 2nd and 10 for the Lions from the 49.5. Goff, empty backfield, looking over the middle of the field. finds Jamison Williams, easy first down, gain of almost 20 inside the 35.
This is a little bit of garbage time yardage. Don't freak out too much. Emmanuel Forbes in coverage against one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, running stride for stride with him, but Jamison Williams is a little too fast across the middle of the field.
Goff pressured, rolling out, rolls out to his right, throwing towards the sideline. We'll see if they're calling that a catch on Jamison Williams.
Sean McVay nearly tackled Jared Goff himself. He was like almost on the sideline there, screaming at the officials, pointing at something. Not sure what they were pointing at, but Jamison Williams, blood on his leg on that white jersey, does make the catch. By the way, Williams and Amon-Ra, incredible games. I mean, 7 receptions, 170 yards. Did I read that correctly for Jamison Williams?
It's close. 3:44 to go. 1st and 10 from the 17 of the Rams. Goff, hand off to Gibbs, straight up the middle. Picks up about 4. And if the Lions do score here, it is a 1-possession game if the Lions get a touchdown here. So the Rams, you really want to not let them in the end zone here because then you do need to get a first down.
100%. I'm not rooting for it, but I know your Josh wouldn't really be too upset at a Jahmyr Gibbs late touchdown here. But
no, I wouldn't be too upset. Goff pressured, looking for St. Brown over the middle, going to find him. Going to be first down and goal at about the 4.5-yard line.
There's only 3:10 to go in this football game, but like Josh said, this game is far from over still. Even though it feels like the Rams have taken care of business, they still got some work to do here. Goff
rolls out to his right. St. Brown, incomplete, low throw. Going to be 2nd and goal here with 2:59 left. Lions trying to score before the 2-minute warning. $2:59 left. Puka is back on the sidelines, which is good to see.
Really good to see.
2nd and goal. Rams got a lot of defensive backs in the end zone. Fakes to Gibbs. Pressure. Trying to loft it for J-Mo. Incomplete. We'll see if they throw a flag. A lot of contact with Josh Wallace. No flag in the back of the end zone. Going to be 3rd down and goal.
That was a catchable football. Emmanuel Forbes does have his hand on the back of the jersey, pulling and tugging at him a little bit on the route, but I think that ball was just way too over the head of the receiver for the officials to call anything. Even if Jamison Williams was able to jump up and try to catch that ball, I don't think he would catch it.
No, and he did collide with Josh Wallace there too. A lot of contact from both sides. Ken saying looks like the Colts won. That's good for us if that's true. During the 2-minute warning, we'll take a look at that score, see if that's true. 3rd and goal from the 5. Goff trying to float it to Tesla. Incomplete. Emmanuel Forbes, great coverage on Isaac Tesla. 4th down and goal. The Lions have to go for this one, obviously.
Really physical, but he is within 5 yards to be physical, looking at the ball as well, and also jumps in front of the receiver. So a lot of contact there, but no penalty. And could have been an interception to end this football game.
Probably should have been an interception. That probably ends the game right there. Just a touchback on the interception. 4th and goal from the 5. The Lions don't get this game, I'm pretty much willing to say is over. But if the Lions do get this, then this game is very much not over.
Yeah, 100%.
The Rams do call their first time out of the half here right now as well.
Floyd in the chat says this could be the game right here. I think it is the game right here, like Josh just said.
Yeah, it is.
4th and goal, ball at the 5-yard line. They're showing some highlights here of Amon-Ra, and I'm sure they'll see some highlights of Jamison Williams. I mean, these guys that were all over the place, but a lot of their damage was in the first half. That 3rd quarter, they didn't do anything. And the 4th quarter here, obviously kind of quote-unquote garbage time, really trying to just throw themselves back in this game, has been why I think that you've seen them kind of add to their numbers at the end here. But really, the Rams did a phenomenal job on both of these guys, all of these guys, on this entire Lions offense. This Rams defense did a great job in the second half. But 4th and goal, 2:50 to go, one-on-one coverage. Emmanuel Forbes with the Amon-Ra bottom of the screen.
Yes. Taser saying Forbes missed 2 picks. Yeah, he kind of did. 11 seconds on the play clock. 4th down and goal. Goff drops back. Gibbs out to his left. Pressured. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. But there was a flag down at the last second. Let's see who they call this on.
That football was in the dirt, by the way. Like, not even close to Amon-Ra. So if this is some type of, I would say it's a hold maybe. I think he might have grabbed his face mask. I think Emmanuel Forbes might have grabbed the face mask right on the release. We'll wait and see. Emmanuel Forbes is arguing his side of things, but I think on the release, you might have seen a grab of the face mask from Emmanuel Forbes.
Yeah, he's saying no. Let's see the replay. Pass interference is the call. Goff's hand hit the helmet of his lineman. Let's make sure his throwing hand is okay, too. It is now 1st and goal once again. The Lions have 4 more chances now. But I don't like that.
Dang, Ken Wright also said, never mind, the Seahawks took the lead. Dang. Seattle gave up 16 points to Old Man Rivers. Seahawks might have to lead to end the game there. We'll double check that like Josh said in a bit. Goff is your receiver 1, the bottom of your screen.
Yes, Goff on the left side of your screen. Wildcat Montgomery is going to work. Touchdown, Lions. This game is not over. And Montgomery might be a little bit hurt as he was grabbing at his back a little bit. Kind of running off in a weird way. 41-33. They don't have to go for 2 here. If they don't get this 2-point, I would go for 1 here just to make sure you have a 1-score game and you don't have to go for 2 in the end to go in overtime. This would be a weird call here to go for 2. What wouldn't you say?
Yeah, no, they're got to kick the field goal here, the extra point to put themselves down 7. So the Rams only up by 7.
They are.
This game is far from over. Then you go back and talk about the Seahawks game. Now, if the Seahawks do finish that game and win it, it sounds like they did, according to Ken. We'll double check that right now. But kick is up. Kick is good. So the Lions are down 7. 2:42 to go. Guys, this game is far from over. 2 timeouts for Detroit and a 2-minute warning as well. So 2:42 to go. A lot of time on this clock. The Rams, some first downs, could finish this game. Seattle with the kick with 20 seconds left. Kick is up. Kick is good. 56-yard game-winning field goal, it looks like they're already saying. As Phillip Rivers tried to bring it back down. Doesn't make it happen. Floats one up. Intercepted to finish this football game. So Phillip Rivers, the experiment didn't work for the Colts. He only puts up 16 points and loses to the Seahawks 18-16. So the Rams not only need to take care of business today and finish this football game out, as Stafford's making a face right now at the refs. The Rams not only need to finish this football game out, they need to really be concerned about Thursday, especially we'll talk about after this game, because Puka dealing with an injury, Devontae dealing with an injury. Big time win for Seattle today versus the Colts.
Shouldn't really have been a big time game for them. They really should be blowing out Phillip Rivers.
But
at this stage of his life,
but huge that they won the game ultimately, because now
huge that they ended up winning the game. Ryan saying Seattle won, game over. Yes, they did. Puka is on the sidelines though, so he might be coming back in. It looks like
that'd be good news for the Rams, and also I think he was a cramps thing. You said maybe a head injury. I wouldn't be surprised if it was cramps.
ESPN said head injury, so maybe the head injury was not a real factor. As Detroit going to kick off here. Again, the Rams, a couple first downs probably gets you the game, but you gotta chew some clock here still. The Lions do have 2 timeouts, but they can wait till after the 2-minute warning to use them because they have the 2-minute warning on their side.
Yeah, the Rams, again, first downs is the name of the game right here for your team. So you got to get some first down yardage.
And Puka is on the field.
Puka is returning, so I think it was more of a cramps thing. If it was a head injury, the NFL themselves wouldn't allow him to play as much. I think he was dealing with cramps. So, good news for the Rams. 2:42 to go. 41-34, Rams up by 7. Crazy high-scoring battle here. Game is far from over. Rams need some first downs to finish this one.
Yes, they do. Matthew Stafford at almost 400 total passing yards. Although hands it off. Kyren up the middle. Picks up about 5. Going to be stopped with 4 progress. Looks like he was lifted up into the air even. Let's see. Are the Lions going to use a timeout?
They do immediately.
Wow, that's interesting. You still have the 2-minute warning on your side too.
But if you're them,
I highly doubt they're going to use their second one before the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, but if you're them, I think they use both. Because if you're them, if you allow the clock to go down the 2-minute warning, then now it's 2nd and 4 for the Rams, and it's 2-minute warning already. You have 2 timeouts, sure, but
yeah, basically.
I think this makes sense to call a timeout immediately. They want to get the ball back sooner rather than later. Even if they don't have timeouts after the 2-minute warning, they at least have more time. 2:37
That's
to go,
true.
2nd and 4. Rams going to keep the ball on the ground more likely than not.
Yeah. Stafford, hands off. Kyren going up the middle. First down, LA. Kyren almost midfield.
Kyren dancing on him, flexing on him. Why? Because that first down is huge for the Rams. Now the Lions hold on to their timeout because of that first down. Going to see a 2-minute warning before we see the next play snapped.
Yes, we will.
Rams in a really good spot right now.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. One more first down here. This game is over. 2-minute warning, 41-34. Rams have the lead. As we will double check to see if the Colts for sure beat the Seahawks. Sources, Mahomes officially tore his ACL.
Yeah, it looked like it. He was in too much pain immediately.
It's official. Patrick Mahomes suffered a torn ACL. That is official. Yep, the Packers down 8, 26-34 with the ball with 4 minutes left. Niners only up 10 on the Titans. A closer game than you'd want to see if you're a Niners fan, but you are going to win that one. At the Tennessee 22, Niners are about to kick. The Panthers are tied with the Saints. The Saints are at the Carolina 29 with 6 seconds left in the fourth. And so explain to me how the Panthers looked amazing against us but could barely beat the Saints. Okay. By the way, Tyler Shuck, 272 yards and a touchdown. A pretty good game for Tyler Shuck. And the Saints just won. The Saints just kicked the field goal and they won.
Wow. That's huge.
So the Panthers cannot clinch the division next week. That's huge for the Bucs. The Bucs playoff hopes very much so are still alive. King Crom saying greatest show near surf. That's a good one. And Manuel saying Ferguson's becoming a better blocker. Good for him. Yes, he is. Stafford, they need to work on their connection because there were some plays. Ferguson slipped on one of the routes, but there were some plays, although I do think Ferguson caught that touchdown that they called with a penalty and a no catch. But I do think he caught that one. So obviously 2-minute warning. First down for the Rams. Obviously the Lions going to use their timeout soon. Would be my guess. And then after that, you hope you can get the second first down, and then you can do kneel downs.
Yeah, as you guys are here as well, if you haven't liked the stream already, make sure you do us a favor, like the stream. We want to see our channel grow. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers, by the way. We've been that way for quite a bit of time. So if you like what you see, keep coming back for more. You just like the live streams even, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future live streams, any videos, anything like that. Good Citizen Ryan says, Forbes Jr. is horrible. Not horrible, but not great.
No, it hasn't been great. And the playoff picture right now has the Rams in the wild card just because Seattle has won already today. That's the only reason why, for looking at this graphic, that it says the Rams are in the wild card on Fox. But for right now, if the Rams win, then we'll be right back at the 1 seed. First down run, Kyren up the middle. Picks up about 3. And I would not be surprised here if the Lions to use their final timeout, and they are.
Right, yeah, Lions will use their final timeout. Hopefully the Rams can run the football a couple more times. One more first down obviously ends it, but if it doesn't, you don't get the first down. There's a slight chance that the Lions can get the football back with like 20 seconds left or something like that.
Yeah, but you never know with a guy like Jameson Williams. You got to really be careful about that. Second down for the Rams, minute 55 left, 2nd and 8. You want to pick up about 5 here and make this a manageable third down or just get the first down here.
And Wells says no Carlos today.
Because I banned him.
Josh, I think I saw him comment earlier. Josh maybe might have took him off.
I banned him
today,
for 24
so
hours.
Have to deal with it today.
So we just don't have to deal with him. 2nd and 8 from the 49. Hand off again. Kyren only picks up about 1 or 2. So it's going to be 3rd and long here. This might have to be a pass.
Floyd says Carlos probably going to get off work now. Yeah, Josh had to quiet him down today. We didn't want to deal with it. It was too much with the hate from the Lions, and also Carlos would have been too much to do it.
Yeah, Lions fans, we got to It's okay. You're just Lions fans. But for Carlos, I still have a theory that Carlos is an AI chatbot and not actually a real person. But
it's a good theory. And also, that connection between Stafford and Ferguson has to come during practice because they're obviously not showing up during games. I mean, they had a couple connections here today.
Yes.
Ferguson had a couple nice catches. That one earlier could have been a touchdown, by the way, a deep pass touchdown to the rookie.
Rams calling a second timeout here, by the way, which I don't like. I don't like that they're using a timeout and stopping the clock here.
I think they ran it down, though, to the end, so it doesn't really...
They did, but I'd rather just... I don't know what the play call is here. It's 3rd and 6. I think you have to do a pass play just to ensure you get the first down and end the game here.
I don't know. It's kind of risky, right? You throw an incomplete pass, you stop the clock. If you run it, you can run it all the way down to like 40 seconds left, maybe 30 seconds left. So I'd rather run it. We'll see.
I think you just got to get the first down. Regardless. First down, the game's over. You win. If you don't, then the Lions are going to have around probably a 40-ish seconds, as you're saying, to have the ball, which is a decent, like it's not all the time in the world, but it's not nothing.
Because they call a timeout, I wouldn't be surprised at a pass here. But I want to see a run. Puka looks like he's ready to block. Stafford.
2 tight ends to the right. End around to Nacua. Nacua forces himself out of a tackle, picks up 2. He's down again, though. Still feeling it. Comes up limping. It's going to be 4th down.
Whatever
so
leg
the Rams
was bothering
are going to
him.
run this one You're going to run out the clock here to get it down to about 30 seconds.
Whatever leg was bothering him is still bothering him clearly. So don't be surprised to see a Rams timeout here maybe. The Rams offense is actually staying on the field.
I think they're going to try to draw him off sides and then punt. That's probably my guess.
Yeah, good call there. 4th and 4, 30 seconds to go.
Although they're not running out the full clock just yet. Let's see. Yeah. 21 seconds left. The Lions are not going to have much time here at all to really do anything.
Yeah. 23 seconds left. The refs put 2 more ticks on the clock. So after a Rams punt, even if it's fair caught, we're talking about 12 to 15 seconds for the Lions to do anything with the football. The hope is that, obviously, the Rams are safe in this football game. In these situations, Josh, you're the coach out there. Do you prefer kind of a prevent defense where all the cornerbacks and safeties are back, or do you want them to play regular defense? And
the first play, regular. And then you got to go prevent, because the last play is going to be Hail Mary regardless, most likely.
Okay.
First play, I want to see regular. Again, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens on the return, too. You got to make sure you don't give up a return touchdown here either. You got to play good special teams here.
Yeah, punt is up. Down the field. 18 seconds, 17. The ball is nearly pinned at the 1, but it gets all the way down to the end zone for a touchback. 13 seconds to go.
Yeah, this is not, again, you're pretty much nothing. You're not really afraid of much in 13 seconds because they need a touchdown, not a field goal.
Here's what
They got to get a touchdown.
Here's what I don't like though about playing prevent. Ken Wright says prevent as well. I don't like playing prevent because it just leaves a bunch of open in the middle of the field kind of space. Obviously, they don't have time to throw in the middle of the field, but if they catch and run out of bounds, all of a sudden that they're getting big chunks within like 4 or 5 seconds because you're playing prevent defense. Now, safeties are a little bit of a prevent cover 6 type of coverage, I guess you could say. It's a lot of safeties over the top at about the 50, but everyone else is playing a little bit up close, normal coverage.
Yeah, what I don't want is to get they get a pass to the 45 out of bounds where we have a Hail Mary shot. Goff alone in the backfield, over the middle of the field. It's going to be a lateral. You got to make sure you tackle Jameson Williams. They do. He's down. 5 seconds left. They didn't give the ball to the ref. They cannot run the play, and the clock's going to run out. The game is over because they did not give the ball to the ref, although the refs are going to confer. The refs are conferring. As of right now, they're saying the game is over, and it looks like it is going to be over. The Rams do win. They clinch a playoff berth, 41-34. That was a bad play call, in my opinion, to go to the middle of the field on a lateral. That was an awful play call by Dan Campbell. And the Rams win by 7. They clinch a playoff berth, and if they beat Seattle, I believe they clinch the division next week as well.
Manuel says, but Josh, prevent defense always works in Madden too. I mean, look, the Rams played kind of prevent at the end there, and it worked. But I'm always just nervous about prevent. I think I flash back to like Rob Gronkowski on defense trying to play prevent versus Miami that one year, and then they lost that football game. But overall, the Rams, incredible game. We knew it was going to be high scoring. We knew it was going to be close. My prediction, 31-34, the Rams win. They end up winning 41-34. So great job from the Rams to put points up when you knew what the other team was going to do the same. And in the second half, the defense actually stepped up and played incredible. The Lions only scored 10 points in the second half, again, as opposed to 24 in the first half. So obviously, Josh will pull up some stats right now in a second, and we'll talk some details. But the Rams get a huge W. Puka Nacua did step back out on the field, dealing with some injuries. He was celebrating with the fans at the end there. I think Puka looks like he's greenlit, going to be okay for Thursday. We'll wait and see on official word, of course, as we kind of get towards Thursday. The next couple of days, we'll see how he's feeling tomorrow. Puka should be okay. We'll see what's up with Devontae Adams. He may be up in the air in question for Thursday's matchup, as I'm literally watching a Coca-Cola AI commercial right now. It's crazy.
Yes, I am too. But we have the stats, though. We got Jared Goff, 25 for 41, 338, 3 touchdowns, 8.2 yards per throw. Jahmyr Gibbs in my fantasy playoffs, 13 for 38, 2.9 yards per carry.
Yikes.
David Montgomery, 7 for 32 yards and a touchdown, 4.6 yards per carry. St. Brown, 13 for 163 and 2 touchdowns. Jamison Williams, 7 for 135 and a touchdown. And Khalif Raymond, 1 for 20. Jahmyr Gibbs, 4 for 20. No one else had any receiving yards. On defense, Jack Campbell had 14 tackles. Sacks, Aiden Hutchinson got a sack and a pick. Lopez with the sack as well. 7 passes defense as well for the Lions. So overall, active game there. Stafford, 24 for 38, 368 yards, 9.7 yards per throw, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Kyren, 15 for 78, 2 touchdowns, 5.2 yards per carry. Blake Corum, 11 for 71, 6.5 yards per carry, and a touchdown. Kyren Williams just passed 1,000 yards rushing as well on the season. Puka Nacua, 9 catches for 81 yards. Colby Parkinson, 5 for 75 and 2 touchdowns. Adams, 4 for 71. Davis Allen, 3 for 16. Kyren, 1 for 10. Tutu, 1 for 9. Stafford obviously recovering that fumble. Nate Landman led the team in tackles with 10, tackle for loss. Kobe Turner, 2 tackles for loss and a sack. Emmanuel Forbes, a pass defensed. Same thing with Jalen McCullough. And the sack going to Kobe Turner. Yeah, overall, a very, very good game for the Rams. Offensively, the defense in the second half was a lot better.
Yeah.
As we've said. Manuel saying now all I need is the Lakers to win. Yeah, Austin Reeves, unfortunately, out for a week for the Lakers. I don't know if you all saw that, but that is true. TD saying Lake Show. Yes, hopefully the Lakers can win tonight.
Real quick.
CB saying tough victory, but it's in the books. Go Rams winners. Yeah.
Win is a win. Win is a win. And also, it shows the resiliency of this team. It shows that they can come out and make adjustments in the second half on defense. It shows that they are capable of putting up points against pretty much anybody, right? Yes, this is a banged-up Lions team, but the Rams able to put up points and catch up, right? Down 7 at the half, able to come back and overtake the Lions in this game was huge for them. But speaking of the Lakers, I want to ask a quick question for Lakers fans in the chat. Sorry, I know we're talking Rams. Rams won. Huge game. Huge W. But as Manuel says, are we settling on Just Joshin as the name of the stream? Just Joshin is cool. Me, Just Joshin is fine. But I wanted to ask, after Wednesday's game, last Wednesday versus Spurs, I decided I think I made the decision in my mind as a fan that the Lakers should probably just go ahead and trade Austin Reeves. I don't think it works when LeBron gets there. And like I would much rather prefer, let me say this, I'd much rather prefer them trade LeBron, but that's not going to happen. That's impossible. It's not happening. You're not trading LeBron. So because you're not trading LeBron, if you want to win a championship right now this year with Luka Doncic, I think that trading Austin Reeves, going to get Giannis Antetokounmpo is probably your best bet.
No.
But
we
why
don't have
not?
Any
because
picks.
What's the alternative? The alternative is the Lakers are not good enough. That's the alternative in my mind.
The alternative is we don't need Giannis. We don't need another 30-point. What we need is defense. But we need the Lakers. The Lakers are said to be in on Daniel Gafford. They're said to be in on Daniel Gafford, which I would love. He's played with Luka. You can have Gafford and Ayton as your center duo. I think you just need better defense. You need a 3-and-D player. I don't think we need Giannis. I don't know if Giannis and LeBron work as like your other two, because that's two non-great shooters next to Luka. Luka needs shooting around him to win. You saw that in Dallas. You saw the shooting with the defense. Is how they got to the finals. That's what the Lakers need to do.
I agree. I love Austin, man. Austin Tim. Austin Reeves is the best, right? Austin Reeves is like, I love him as a guard. I love him next to Luka. When LeBron's gone, I think if Luka and Austin Reeves are your guys, then it's probably going to be a pretty good duo for you. But when LeBron's there and Austin Reeves scores 10 points and he's not obviously locking up on defense, that's what happened versus Spurs, by the way. It's such a bad look. The Lakers team just looks bad if Austin Reeves isn't scoring 38 points a game, which he can't always do every single night when he's next to LeBron and Luka. So my mindset is just maybe trade him if it's for Giannis. I think it would help defensively. Offensively would be tough with LeBron and Giannis, but defensively, and also I'm thinking about the future, right? Like when LeBron's gone, I also think it's possible that that Giannis-Luka duo is pretty deadly. But overall, just kind of testing the weather on how you guys feel about that situation. Forget that trade.
I don't think we have enough assets because the Bucks need picks. The Bucks don't own their picks.
But
the Bucks need picks.
But I'm not wrong to say the Lakers are probably not the best team in the league right now, right? I mean, am I wrong to say that?
Well, I don't even think with the Giannis they beat I think the Thunder are going to cruise to a title. I don't think any team is going to beat them in 7 games.
So you just give up? You just don't try to win? I mean, that's my thought.
Well, that's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying that I just don't. The way the Thunder are playing right now, I just don't see a world where if they're healthy they can lose in a 7-game series.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
I just don't see it. It means that you still try, but I don't think because the Lakers don't have a lot of picks to trade. The Bucks have said they want picks.
Yeah.
Because they need draft picks, whereas the Lakers only have one guarantee that they can move.
Yeah, Manuel says Austin needs to come off the second unit. I wouldn't mind that as well, but overall, the Lakers currently constructed. I'm just not sure they're going to win, but I'm rooting for them, and obviously I believe. I went to the Spurs game. I actually had fun watching LeBron, nice dunk and everything. It was fun, but just kind of just throwing that out there after you brought the Lakers up, Manuel. But going back to
it's tough. It's tough. I do think the Lakers can make the conference finals. I believe that they can do that as currently constructed. I think if they got a defensive center and a 3-and-D player, I think the Lakers would have a better shot.
Maybe you're right. We'll wait and see on that. We can move on from basketball. Let's see. San Antonio beat OKC. Yeah, no, San Antonio did beat OKC in the in-season tournament, but I mean, it's not
a close game. And a very close game. Both of the first OKC loss was in overtime, and this one was by 2. That's what I mean. Like their 2 losses, I think, are by a combined 5 points.
Yeah, it's a good team, man. It's a really good team. Let's see here.
And that was without Jalen Williams playing the first 20 games.
Yeah. No,
they were 19-1 without Jalen Williams. So
their team is good, man. All around. Watch some highlights here around the league.
Oh, yeah, on the tackle. That's what happened.
Yeah, watch some highlights here on the league. They just showed Mahomes tearing his ACL, unfortunately. But Krim earlier said, does anyone else think the Rams-Lions rivalry has gotten a little bit toxic lately? I don't think that's coming from LA fans. I don't really care about the Lions, to be honest. I wouldn't even want to call it a rivalry. I think it's just a quote-unquote rivalry because they played each other so much lately, played each other in the playoffs, and obviously the trade, of course.
Yes.
But I'm not really too concerned about the Lions. We probably just knocked them out the playoffs, so that's obviously.
Yeah, the Lions have to win out. If the Lions lose next week, they're pretty sure they'll be eliminated pretty much.
Pretty sure on that. Can't believe the Bengals scored 0 whole points today. Kind of insane.
Yeah, the Bengals, they might need to rebuild.
Might?
Well, because their owner doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like the owner wouldn't pay their rookie what he was supposed. The owner tried to pay the rookie less than any other 17th overall pick in the last 10 years.
Insane. One of my fantasy leagues, I kind of wasted not wasted, but because I'm on a bye week, wasted some legacy games here. 29 points from Trayvon Henderson. I'm on a bye. 34 from Amon-Ra. 22 from Nico Collins. Thank God, though, kind of, because Joe Burrow had 2 points. My team as a whole scored 115, so.
Wait, Joe Burrow had 2 total points?
2 points in fantasy today.
Wow. Well, by the way, not fantasy, some more unfortunate news. Micah Parsons is believed to have also torn his ACL today.
Yeah. Expected.
They're still doing tests on that, but that is the initial fear. But we do need to look at the playoff pictures before we head out from stream. So I'm going to get the standings pulled up. So in the NFC first, the Rams clinched today a playoff berth. The Vikings are eliminated. That's new. The Vikings have officially been eliminated. The Rams are the 1 seed. The Bears, with the Packers losing, retake the lead in the NFC North, are the 2 seed. The Eagles are the 3 seed. The Bucks for now stay 4. Seahawks 5, Niners 6, Packers 7. With the Lions at 8. Carolina at 9, and Dallas has an off chance. If Philly lost today, I would say Dallas had a real shot, because Philly won. Dallas has to win out.
Renee,
for sure.
Renee quick asked question: did the Rams clinch first seed or playoff spot? The Rams clinched
playoff
the
spot.
Playoff spot. They did not clinch the first seed. Obviously, the Seattle Seahawks are right on your tail for that first seed because they have the same exact record, and the rematch comes on Thursday. So the Rams clearly want to win, need to win on Thursday. May have to do that without Devontae Adams. We'll have to wait and see an update on his injury. But the Rams do want to win on Thursday, need to continue to win. I kind of said in my video yesterday, the Rams kind of need to win out, to be honest with you, because you want to make sure you secure that 1 seed. Last year, you had to play in Philly in the snow. Not that you'll play Philly this year because of your record, but my point is you want to make sure you are avoiding any cold weather games outside of SoFi Stadium in December, just to avoid that being an issue for you. And then Bub Down says, just a playoff spot. Stuggy says, was that a catch and touchdown, guys, or no? Stuggy, I think you were a Lions fan. Yeah, earlier you said you're a Lions fan. I think that was not a touchdown. I think it was a catch.
That was a catch for sure.
Touchdown on the live reaction. Refs called it a touchdown. I think it was close. I do think, Dougie, though, the Rams probably score either way. It's first down at the 1 yard line. I think the Rams probably score there because their offense is so potent. Renee says, thanks, guys, for just asking. Bob Down says, all good. And then Alicia says, 128 JF.
Huh?
I don't know. I don't know what that means. Young Inspiration says, that call was payback from the Parkinson touchdown and Emmanuel Forbes penalty. Hopefully Adams just has a sprain. I think Adams re-aggravated his hamstring. That's our guess off of what we saw, and I think that's probably pretty accurate. I think, though, I wouldn't be surprised if he missed on Thursday.
I wouldn't be surprised either. We hope not, because you're going to need him against the Seahawks. You win that game, the division is pretty much wrapped up too, because you'll have the tiebreaker over the Seahawks regardless. So that would be quite important there. The Panthers still in it as well in the NFC South. The Lions really the only team that can really sneak into the wild card here, but they got to win out for sure. So for the Rams, obviously that was a big game for the Broncos to win that one. Knocks down the Packers a little bit. But looking at the AFC as well, you got the Broncos at 1 at 12-2. They just clinched a playoff spot as well today. The Patriots fall to 2 at 11-3. Jags at 3 at 10-4. Steelers for now remain in first place, but they play the Dolphins tomorrow. Chargers stay 5. Bills stay 6. Chargers have the tiebreaker over the Bills. Houston stays 7. Colts at 8. Ravens 9. Dolphins 10. Everyone else is eliminated. The Dolphins somehow not eliminated after starting 1-7 on a 5-game winning streak. We have to wait and see how that game's going to go. Steelers, if they win that game, the Dolphins are going to be eliminated as well, I believe. So, playoff picture definitely is starting to take shape here. Yeah, a lot of close races. Obviously, for the Rams, you want to stay at that 1 seed. You're going to Seattle. Going to be a little bit of a cold weather game. Not severely cold, but it's probably going to be in, low 50s, high 40s probably at game time up there in Seattle. Young Inspiration says we have to ball out Thursday again. These are playoff games. Really, Niners, we might have to see in the playoffs. Where was Tutu today? Tutu had a catch in the fourth quarter. Again, Tutu hasn't really been that active all season, so that's been more of a scheming problem. But for the Rams, obviously, they need to start games better. They need to start better in the first quarter. Again, the Cardinals game, different because the Cardinals are not really a great team. But when you're playing teams like the Lions and the Seahawks, two playoff caliber teams, the Seahawks are going to be in the playoffs for sure, most likely. So they need to start out better in those games.
Yeah, the Rams do have to do that. It was an ugly first half for sure, but overall, They did what they had to do to finish that football game. And like I said, you could look at
Yes,
it as
they
a
did.
positive more. I look at it more as a positive, saying that the Rams turned things around at halftime. They were able to fix the
Yes.
issues that they had and prove that they are the better team overall than the Lions, and also battle tested against a good offense, a good team overall, physical team early in this first half especially. Right, the Rams were able to have a game where playoff atmosphere feeling to it and come out on top. And I think that's a positive. You can look at it as a positive and move on from it. Yeah, bad halves happen. And we've been making a lot of excuses for the Rams as of late, but at the same time, they're 11-3. They kind of deserve to be given the benefit of the doubt in most of these football games.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Overall, good game. The next stream, Thursday night, around 5:10 p.m. Pacific time, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for our videos coming out starting again tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a game recap, and then pretty much straight into game prep for Thursday, because it's a short week for the Rams and the Seahawks. Obviously, it's a tough 10-day stretch. You got the Lions, then you got the Seahawks. Two great teams, obviously taking down the Lions 41-34. A high-scoring game here. Great one. Make sure to subscribe to the channel as well, and like the stream, and share the stream too, even though the game's over. If you know people who are interested in football, interested in the Rams, maybe don't live in LA, who need a place for some more Rams content, share our channel link, subscribe. We're almost to 5K. We want to hit it by New Year's. That's our goal. December 31st, 11:59. We want to see 5,000 before then. We want to see it. We're a little over 50 away, I believe, right now. So let's try to get that going. We believe we can do it. We got some new content coming your way soon. I'm actually going to talk to Josh real quick after the stream to go over some of that, but we're going to have that for you coming soon. So make sure to stay tuned for that as well.
Any of that, yeah.
Make sure to stay tuned, subscribe, like the stream. Well, anything else you want to say, Josh?
No, that's it. Thank you all for joining in. Appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for all the donations, all the support, all the likes, all the subscriptions. Really appreciate all of you guys. Mace Windrew, appreciate you. TBD, appreciate you. Great win for the Rams. D-Showed up second half. Yep, all of that is true and correct. We're going to obviously recap it all tomorrow and then get ready for that Thursday night matchup versus the Seattle Seahawks. Huge one. Make sure you guys are there for it. Thank you all again, and we'll catch you guys on Thursday. Or throughout the week, I guess.
Yes. Have a great weekend. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe, like, do all that. Stay tuned for our videos and the new content coming soon. Thank you all for watching. Thank you again to Mace, Manuel, and Ken for your donations. We really appreciate it. Great Rams win. Enjoy Sunday Night Football tonight, everybody.
Yep, 100%. Enjoy it. Have a good one, and we'll catch you guys. Thanks, Manuel. Appreciate it.
Catch y'all soon.